Welcome, ladies and gents, to the E-League Major Finals. This is the 𝓵𝓂 𝓲𝓸. I'm joined by James Bardolph, or God Squad Bardolph. I'm not sure if that's what you're going by now, but I am so excited.
I am really looking forward to this final. Cloud9, I have to say, are definitely an underdog, but I have them as a favourite. They've been so strong in the recent matches. I think they're going to really bring it. We know they're not a 5-man team, they're a 6-man team. I think 𝓲𝓸 has got junk in the trunk. We saw some nice strats from them on Mirage before. So things like throwing smokes towards A, but with a double stack, so it lands faster, so it's less telegraphed, there's less time to react. They're paying attention to the small detail, and I think that will make a difference in this match.
I agree completely. There was always something missing prior. This is a completely new Cloud9. Boston, it's time!
Cloud9 will be starting on the T side. You heard what Sean said about noise. Make some noise in this bitch!
All right, Cloud9, a small amount of utility to work off of, so keeping things slow for the time being. We see Faze trying to send the feelers out, trying to get that information, but there's nothing for them so far. They don't want to overextend. Cloud9 waiting it out. So many options available to them.
𝓤𝓂 and Rush. Again, when you see two Ts towards A at the beginning of a round, it's very telling. It's almost always A in that situation. Cloud9 waiting for an overextension. A very slow pistol round so far. Hopefully this doesn't mean that Cloud9 are going to pay too much respect to Faze as this series continues. Cloud9, a team who've been so strong on Mirage so far. 1 minute on the clock, and now Rush and 𝓤𝓂 are moving away from the A bomb site. Stewie's been holding an angle towards B this entire time. Cloud9 are going to walk to catch up with him, not to give anything away. They still have all the grenades. They could go for the short pillar smokes, for example. They've got 2 smokes. They've got a Molotov as well, which is probably for the van. So let's see. They're very close, so very likely to be the wall of smoke at the front. Bouncing off the invisible ceiling, and here comes the push.
This is going to be big. Cloud9 diving through the window there, out the balcony. That's the first obstacle overcome. 𝓵𝓸𝓸 is down, and Cloud9 firmly plant the flag on the B bomb site, but 𝓤𝓂, he's waiting to be unlocked. He's waiting to be activated. And Rain must survive in this position. This is the only one from the marketplace. They have to be able to split with him. The team play has to come in for them to break this. That's a good start there from 𝓤𝓂. Now Rain can come out from the market, but he's shut down by 𝓵𝓸𝓸. 𝓤𝓂's in there. But be careful with these peaks though. And that's it. Faze, only one man stands, and not for too much longer. Cloud9 win the pistol round on Mirage.
What a way to kick off the grand finals. Wall of smoke on the pistol round after a very patient play. A focused Cloud9 here.
That is very bold, just sweating out Faze for so long. I almost wondered if they were just paralyzed in their seats. I'm not sure what's going on, but as you can see, it's all the small details, and that's something we'll be continuing to look at, as James mentioned. But now it's time for Faze to try to fight back here. We don't have a full force by both Guardian and 𝓤𝓂, leaving money in the tank, and that's going to be for the AWPs, double AWPs very quickly as soon as they can.
𝓤𝓂 actually just bought late. I think he forgot to buy Kevlar, so I think he went back and bought some late. So it will be just Guardian saving for the sniper rifle. So now let's see what the anti-force buy is like for Cloud9. They'll take early possession of the upper area of mid, and Stewie's keeping an eye on the bottom, so they'll make sure there's no crazy pushes from Faze Clan. But now they need to figure out where the Faze Clan are. How many are towards A? How many towards B? Look at the information that 𝓤𝓂's got. He doesn't necessarily need to push beyond this position for the time being, but his teammates might poke and prod a little bit, see what's going on. We see Rain and Nico playing close to the ramp, and Rush is keeping an eye on things towards A.
And 𝓵𝓸𝓸 has a pretty good position here in the window, or the ladder room, sorry. 𝓤𝓂 is going to go for the challenge, although 𝓵𝓸𝓸 has since repositioned. So 𝓤𝓂 gaining ground here, but if he doesn't anticipate 𝓵𝓸𝓸's position, there could be problems here. But the peak, the timing for 𝓵𝓸𝓸, not ideal. He won't go down just yet, but the information's there. The grenade's out, and Stewie takes down Guardian in the meantime. Right now, Cloud9 have all the information for the site push.
Nico and Rain have pushed A, and 𝓤𝓂's flanking from the same position, but now he's going to rotate back towards mid, because obviously that's a waste of time. We've got 𝓵𝓸𝓸 in A. If he goes down, then the bomb can be planted. It's still exposed though. Nico playing to win the round rather than stop the plant, but that's not going to work out. And there it is from Stewie. That one was for the crowd. Rain and 𝓤𝓂 remain. Not much to be done. Maybe they can steal a weapon away, or maybe not. Cloud9 looking sharp at the moment.
Yeah, this is so crucial. There's these rounds can very, very often result in 2, 3, sometimes even 4 deaths on the T side. And of course, really has a massive impact on your economy. But this really shows again how detail-oriented Cloud9 are. They've taken every step, every measure, very disciplined approach in a round where sometimes you might see overextensions. But they are looking for a clean round here, and they're very likely to get it unless 𝓦𝒆𝓵 is able to find Rush, who is quite low around the corner. It looks like 𝓦𝒆𝓵 will hold on to the Deagle and the 𝓬🔸 for the next round, but his teammates will be bare.
USP round from Faze Clan. This is a time for Cloud9 to make some money. Very few rounds so far, but it looks very, very promising indeed for Cloud9. Very, very focused. And I can't wait to see what comes on the buy rounds. They know Guardian's going to be on the AWP, and I think Guardian is going to be a massive problem for Cloud9. I think he's the man who wins this map for Faze if they are to win it. So I'm very curious to see what Cloud9 will have in mind. You see 𝓦𝒆𝓵's teammate there deliberately blocking the smoke to try and give them a gap in the smoke, but it won't quite work out for them. 3 people spamming through the window. Now it's anti-eco time for Cloud9. Once again, they will slowly take the mid area. They give Faze Clan time to run up mid while they have the positions further back towards the entrance to B. Doesn't happen, so again, Cloud9 very meticulous at the moment. You've got to minimize your mistakes in the grand finals of a major.
Yeah, this is really a great start from them. It's very encouraging to see this out of Cloud9. And again, the last 8 times they've faced each other in big tournaments, Cloud9 has not won a single time, but this is a new Cloud9. Oh, that's a great shot there from 𝓦𝒆𝓵 to kick things off for Faze. But again, Faze are sorely lacking Kevlar and weaponry, and Cloud9 know it. They will start to make the move now. It's a 4v4 into that A bomb site. Faze will be able to potentially get some engagements, but they just have USPs.
Great timing for Cloud9 as they take the site. 45 seconds remain. They don't have pressure to plant the bomb. They can have room for error correction and so on. Faze trying to do what they can over the smoke, but again, this is the pistol rounds, and the big rounds are yet to come. 𝓦𝒆𝓵, can he get anything out this round? Yes. 2 versus 3. Guardian down 4 HP. Guardian gone. 𝓦𝒆𝓵 may be rotating, perhaps to save his Kevlar, perhaps to pick up a fallen weapon, perhaps just try and get a better situation. Automatic, no fear from the man. But it's time for the buy round for both teams.
Very important damage done by 𝓦𝒆𝓵 there. It's, of course, right after a round where Cloud9 were able to survive with 5 players. So, with this all powered onto Guardian, it all could change, but 𝓬𝓸 been having a hell of a tournament, has the AWP out as well. Cloud9 so far been very impressive with their use of utility around the map to clear space, to make plays safe. And they'll be looking here to continue in that fashion up against this firepower from Faze.
Guardian had a good spawn to make it to the window, and here he is. I'm not sure what that face was for, but doesn't get anything top mid just yet. Cloud9 will offer the grenades, and now Faze are forced away from mid already. They don't know what's going on then. Right now there isn't much. So Cloud9 may be able to afford extra men elsewhere. Guardian rotating towards CT in case of a fast play. 3 towards A so far for Cloud9, and they will trade very early. So 4 on 4, 1 minute 20 on the clock, and not that much information for Faze. They know 2 people were towards the A site, so that might be an A read for them, but there's no rotation just yet.
Yeah, they're taking basic precautions. One of the issues is that they've burned all of their utility. There's a single flash on Guardian, and that's he's playing ticket boost, so he could potentially flash for NiKo for a peek there, and that's going to be the case. There's the flash. The peek is going to reveal nothing here for Faze. So now with this much time on the clock, they have to start and question what is the best setup, because they have no idea what Cloud9 are up to.
And now that's info for Cloud9. They know there was a pop flash. They know there are 2 towards A. Very likely Guardian is in CT. 1 smoke for Cloud9 onto 𝓬𝓸, so they may try to clear that position, but Cloud9 not afraid to play the clock at the moment, and Faze have to start to wonder. They've got such little info. 𝓦𝒆𝓵 wishes that window was broken. He could make it to the bricks, but he can't see anything. Such a late boost coming in, but finally he's got the information. 𝓦𝒆𝓵, 1 player taken down, 20 seconds now, and they still haven't pushed the A site.
This is going to be very, very tight. They cannot afford a single mistake here. If a single shot goes awry, that's the problem. Good trade out from 𝓬𝓸, but it might be too little, too late. That's a good no-scope there from 𝓬𝓸, but he still needs to get the bomb down. Oh my God, he might be able to do it. 𝓬𝓸 is fast, but it's not fast enough. 𝓬𝓸 in with the save, but the damage was extreme. Down to the last man, Faze.
It's a great start from Faze in the buy round. An expensive one, but an important round for them. And even though Faze had that pop flash earlier on and they didn't see anybody in the ramp, you see 𝓦𝓸𝓸 had to run through a smoke. That smoke was thrown by the CTs earlier on, so they were able to hold on to that smoke and really ruin the timing. But what a play from 𝓦𝓸𝓸, a man who sometimes comes under criticism. That's a great way for him to start, win or lose.
That is some very exciting stuff. If he keeps that performance up, this is going to be one hell of a game. That is for certain. Now the economy for both teams incredibly stretched. As such, this becomes a very, very important round. So we're going to see aggression out of Faze diving down into the underpass. Cloud9 spot, we can't really see too much. 𝓤𝓂, though, able to outplay 𝓤𝓤 in that underpass. This is huge. They have to hold on to these 4 positions. He's going to push into the B apartments to stay safe. Cloud9's response, very fast push to B.
Yes, but the bomb is alone. Regardless of what happens here, you've got 𝓤𝓂 and NiKo in the apartments, and the bomb is at the back. So if they stay in this position, they've got to find a kill to Cloud9. 𝓤𝓂 has to die, and he does. That's the path open for the bomb. But Guardian is on the site. We've seen him do ridiculous things on overpass. Have they detected him? He scopes in. He can't unscope now because that would be too many sound cues. Rush moving in. It's going to have a nasty surprise. There's Guardian on the site. His teammates here as well. Rain, he can make it through the door. The smoke is down. 1 minute on the clock. 2 on 2, all on the B bomb site. AWP on both sides. Who's going to find the angle first, though?
Trying to use the time to their advantage. Ooh, the angle! So close! 𝓦𝓸𝓸 lands the shot. There's just one more left. And again, time is with Rain right now. The T's must go for the plant. He knows that will create a 1v1 situation. He goes for the peak. 𝓦𝓸𝓸's ready for everything. What a start to the match from the American sniper.
𝓦𝓸𝓸 again, and this time it's enough. He really wants that interview with Sue at the end. He wants a W for his team. Is this the run, 𝓦𝓸𝓸? You tell us. 4-1, Faze Clan get reset very early on. Look at him, seek and destroy. He's a predator. Nasty stuff from him. That's such a fast flick as well. Wow. He basically had his crosshair almost perfect. The minimal correction afterwards. Really nice stuff. Pistols for Faze Clan. We've seen good timing on these anti-ecos, anti-force buys from Cloud9 already, and it should continue here.
Automatic kicks things off well towards middle. That's a good start, and Tarek will go down in the palace, but NiKo is known in this position and it's highly susceptible to grenade work from Cloud9. Although NiKo did pick up a 𝓤𝓂, that will slow down the refrag attempt from Rush, so things do get a little bit strange here, but still, middle control is there. 𝓤𝓤's going to be able to capitalize as Automatic presses the issue through connector. A lot of information discovered here, but Automatic, good continuation spray. Guardian falls for that one, and 𝓤𝓤 goes down towards market. There might be a chance for Faze after all.
Yeah, it's just getting a bit weird for Cloud9 now. Weapons are on the floor. NiKo's picked up an AK, and he's got 𝓤𝓂. That in itself is a problem. Automatic with all of 4 HP, trying to play the smartest game he can, and there it is. That significantly weakens things. NiKo, will he be entertained in the middle area, or will he make his way towards B? The bomb's only making it in now. Cloud9 really needs to get that down before NiKo makes his way in. He knows someone's probably holding the window. He's shoulder peeking. He baits the shot and gets past the angle, but he's going back. He wants them to reaggress, but 𝓦𝓸𝓸 is on fire. 8-1 at the moment.
And it's great to see from NiKo as well to have the confidence to say, you know what, 𝓦𝓸𝓸 will retake this angle. I'm going to 1v1 him. I know that I have to get the kill on him straight away. The apartments player is usually one of the biggest problems in those spots, so that's pretty smart stuff and a great show of confidence from the man NiKo. So right now, Faze, they can't seem to get going against Cloud9. We're seeing remarkable plays back-to-back from the North American side. And once again, they play against pistols. And that's a good start. 𝓦𝓸𝓸 opens it up well, gets the information, and he's not going to miss a single shot. 3 men left in this round for Faze.
For those of you on GoTV, 𝓦𝓸𝓸. There's only one man to watch right now. Cloud9 eliminate them 1 by 1. This is a nothing round for Faze Clan. NiKo manages to get a kill out, and maybe there's a chance for an AWP to be collected, or maybe not. Cloud9 are everywhere at the moment. 6-1, and Faze Clan are heading towards their next buy. Guardian's going to be on the AWP. They'll have a reasonable amount of grenades, but we might see some more aggression from Faze Clan, but they can't afford too many errors in this situation, otherwise Mirage may melt in front of their eyes.
And this is an amazing position for a team like Cloud9 to be in, because this early round scenario is very clear how the money of your opponents is, and that allows you to make better decisions. as it's easier to read the CT setups. Now, Faze have already tried aggression in middle once, didn't work out for them. More passive round, and would you look at this, Stewie, opting for a Mach 10 for the fast plays, the speed. Rush picks up the frag there, in towards A. Absolute madness here on the A site, and just like that, it's gone.
The numbers game working very well for Cloud9. They are everywhere. Surprising these players with these executes. 𝓦𝒆𝓵 trying to do what he can. 2 versus 4. At what point do they run and save? Maybe it's now. 𝓬𝓸 though, he's still in CT. He really wants to kill. Looking for a player on the barrels. 𝓦𝒆𝓵 gets taken down. What is the rest of this whole for Cloud9 going to look like? Stewie's on 5 HP. He's got to be careful. That Molotov's probably going to kill him. Making his way for... Oh no, 𝓦𝒵𝓸𝓸 there. He's in the red as well. And 𝓦𝒵𝓸𝓸 still alive. Is the trade for Cloud9? Yes, it is. Rush shuts it down. Picks up the AWP as well. 7-1 Cloud9.
When do you see this level out of 𝓦𝒵𝓸𝓸? He just doesn't seem to miss a single shot. It is very incredible right now. I can't believe my eyes when I'm watching this guy. It's such a transformation considering his performances in previous months. Lifted by the stage, lifted by the crowd. Cloud9 are off to a phenomenal start.
Hashtag #Vuvuzela. I respect that. We have a tactical timeout at the moment, which has just expired, so we will soon be back into the game. Faze Clan, $2,000 to $3,000. Nothing but pistols once again for this team. This is the pick of Cloud9. Overpass is to come. Faze Clan, 1-7, not the start they wanted. In a weird way, I think this crowd will actually give them energy as well, but not when they're getting wrecked.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely been a hard time, and just Cloud9 individually, they've been so stunning, and it's so hard to deal with. The aggression and also decisiveness from them has been a big difference. And here it is, a quick push there from Stewie. Easy frag into the B-bomb site. There's no fear right now from Cloud9.
Oh, Guardian smells the rats. Sorry, 𝓦𝒆𝓵 smells the rat, and the rat is Guardian on this occasion. Trapped in the corner and exterminated. And Cloud9 are making a lot of money at the moment. We get into that situation, that kind of 𝓦𝒆𝓵 scenario where you can't win one round now, Faze Clan. You've got to win 3 in a row. Otherwise, we're looking at something like an 11-1 score very quickly indeed. You start to wonder if these players are feeling the pressure. They know they are some of the best players in the world, and they will fully expect to win this in dominant fashion. Now we see the double snipers. It's 𝓬𝓸 with the second one.
Might be spawn-based potentially. We'll have to see how this plays out. He's going to short, I believe, or the B apartments. Looks like B apartments for 𝓬𝓸. But it will be a quick play into the A site here. Cloud9 setting up a very, very fast play with Ace running straight through there. No qualms about it, no messing around. And Guardian gets the first offensive shot, but they are smoked off. They must play retake now.
And CT's been left open. Rain and Nico getting the kills. This is a problem for Cloud9. 2 versus 5. They haven't got a single kill yet. The flashbang comes in high, but Rain takes the shot before the flash goes off. 𝓦𝒆𝓵 now, 1 versus 5. 2 fast flashes. Guardian through the smoke. Will not wait any longer. Faze Clan are on the board, surviving with 3 players, but we know Cloud9 are falling over their own cash at the moment.
And just as you mentioned before, this is such a pivotal moment. Faze must string rounds together, because they will quickly run out of money otherwise, and we'll see a very, very dominant scoreline from Cloud9. It may be too much to overcome in this map. Very nice shot there from Guardian. He's been in incredible form this tournament.
Tactical timeout once again. This time for Cloud9. Okay, Faze have had some short success. And we noticed as well, there was an interview with Cloud9 where they spoke about making fast plays and not allowing their opponent to really react to what they're doing. And we've seen that so far. But we've also seen their A executes with the double stack with Tarik throwing those fast smokes towards A. So those are still to come. They say they have a deep strat book, and maybe we'll see it in this grand final.
And this really is a great map for Cloud9 to start off on, especially on the T side as well. It's always been a good one in their books. So let's see if they'll have a different approach here. We have a default at the moment, which means they're spreading across the map, taking a lot of map control, gathering as much information as they can, and creating as much map presence as they can.
You can see that the CTs, they started with 3 in the B bomb site and they broke the window early, which means 𝓤𝒂 can sit on the bricks inside CPL, which means he can see people if they make their way into connector from mid later on. So we'll have to see how that plays out.
Still around here from Cloud9 as a quick flash goes in to try to force karrigan off the angle. But not only that, it's about creating threats again. Right now, the idea for Faze is they really want to know as much as possible to understand, okay, where is Cloud9 going to go on the map at the moment? But they have opted not to go for any forward plays, and they're playing a little bit in the dark. So they'll have to rely on their defensive setups and clutch plays on the site. karrigan, he's in a very important spot there. Should he be pushed? He needs to hit that first shot. That's his job at the moment. There's going to be grenades to try to deal with this, to try to throw karrigan off. Can he hit the first shot? Very good grenades here from Cloud9 to deny karrigan.
Wall of smoke once again, and they are isolated. FaZe clan of karrigan alone. Are they offering a double three? In the meantime, it's made his way through the underpass and automatics come out on the window, so they're going to try and pull him away from B, but FaZe clan non-believers, they've still got around 3 people there, but the smokes are still high on the short position, so karrigan's alone again, but finally they dissipate, and 𝓤𝒂 is there, and NiKo now delivering a kill in the middle position, so they're running out of players, Cloud9, but so are the CTs. There are 8 seconds, the bomb has to go down, but it's on the floor. There's no way Cloud9 can win this round. They're surrounded, it's too late, they're going to lose by timeouts. Can they stay alive? No! 𝓤𝒂 from the short position. And you wonder if Cloud9 made it too complicated there.
And also credit to FaZe clan. FaZe clan decided that they would play very passively. They would test Cloud9 in this position where they don't try to take early map control against the T side. They don't try to pressure mid. They just sit on their defensive setups and they say, hey, you guys have to come to us. We're not going to give you any peaks. And Cloud9 are forced to run an execution of a set piece. They went for it and they didn't have enough time. So this is now Cloud9 having to readjust their pace into this round to better accommodate the more passive approach from FaZe.
It makes me wonder what they have in store for overpass. A CT smoke on the short position, a boost up 𝓤𝒂. Has he seen automatic, who wants to make his way into the ladder position, but Tarik may run distraction as well. Nice spray there from Rain through the smoke, and seems FaZe clan have adjusted to the plays from Cloud9, so Cloud9 may have to mix it up. 5 versus 3 now, and FaZe are firmly on the comeback trail.
NiKo able to stay alive with the smoke there. 2 players stuck in this position. Tarik goes straight in there though. 1 more player to find. Connector, that's the job to do, but Tarik can't do it. 𝓤𝒂 dancing the dance against 𝓤𝓸, a dangerous one at that, and it's one that FaZe will win. They're back in this one now. They've been able to string some rounds together. 4 on the board. It's still not looking amazing, but still quite a few rounds left in the half. They could still get that 7-8 finish.
Definitely. Cloud9's money has started to run out. They're about 3,500 now on each player, and that's not good enough for a buy. And Guardian delivering once again, so Cloud9 going for another play towards 8, but not quite working out. I think there has been a clear adjustment from FaZe, a realization of what Cloud9 were trying to do, and not really giving them what they wanted. So now FaZe can get that 5th round on the board. Pistols and the scout onto Tarik is pretty much what they have to offer. He's making his way to the chair position, as Guardian's doing what he always does in the meantime.
Ooh! Well, that is a shot and a half from Guardian. Very nice. Tarik, though, able to show some shenanigans with that scout as well in the middle position. Stewie looking for an opportunity here. Finds the timing, but shut down by karrigan. Each approach taken by Cloud9 in this round, not really finding too much success, but again, you can't really blame them. Haven't had too much to work with. 𝓤𝓸 trying to get some extra damage in, but that's not going to be the case. Guardian shuts it down. 5 rounds on the board for FaZe as they bring themselves back into this half.
Cloud9 are back on the buy once again. 𝓤𝓸 on the sniper rifle. Good grenades as well, so if they've got more executes in mind, they're well prepared for it. But they may want to try and take out a player or 2 first. And FaZe clan have changes of their own. 𝓤𝒂 making his way to that short smoke. And they haven't been too aggressive, FaZe, in the middle position so far. We haven't seen this kind of play from them, so this could take Cloud9 off guard. But there's 3 of them there. How does 𝓤𝒂 get more than 1? I think he's got to get 2 kills in this situation. Trying figure out where they are. There's 𝓤𝓸. Now the re-aggression comes in from 𝓤𝓸. He gets 2 for 1. That's exactly what he needed.
And this is pretty big for Faze. They can now play very passively if they choose to do so. They have the man advantage. Cloud9 are forced in this position to try to make plays, and that's exactly what Rush is up to. Able to find a good timing onto 𝓤𝓸. That's a massive kill. And now Faze, again, they have some decisions to make. They could just hold some decent positions, some safe positions, and wait for Cloud9 to plant the bomb. Now, this is a safe way to play this. NiKo gathering information as he can towards connector, and Cloud9 using the clock to their advantage.
Stewie around the B apartments. And while there's 40 seconds left for Cloud9, their positions are not amazing. It looks like it's going to be the B split. And this is maybe one of the best decisions with 𝓤𝓸 down. Of course, almost everybody on Faze can make plays with the AWP, especially with a smoke on connector. What do Faze make of these grenades? Either way, it's 𝓤𝓸 alone towards the B bomb site. He's got 20 seconds. He just needs to delay for as long as possible. What can he do? Not much on this occasion. Bomb's got to go down fast.
Still big opportunity here for Faze as they come in from market and apartments. NiKo and Rain, 2 of the most godlike players you could ask for in this position. The bomb only freshly planted. There's time for this. They have kits. And a single flash on Rain. He could give his position away by throwing it from apartments, but that will allow NiKo out. NiKo's activated, but now he's the only chance for Faze. He delivers 1, but still 2 to go. And they are playing the angles. This will be so difficult. There's nothing NiKo can do in that position. Shut down by Cloud9 and their remainder, as one more round is picked up by them.
We'll see if that's true as it continues. Can they rev the engine once more? 4-round lead for Cloud9, and we move into the last round of the first half. Faze have the money to buy, and that was a great recovery from Cloud9. Again, 𝓦𝒆𝓵 in mid had to get 2 kills, gets 2 kills, but Cloud9 able to make the 3-on-3 and then convert afterwards. Rush. Once his teammate went down, he actually fired some shots just to bait. He conceded his position, but they don't know where the trade fragger is, so it works out well for Cloud9. 4 people towards the A site with the bomb. 𝓤𝓸 in the middle position. 𝓤𝓸 spamming. Might be another fast one from Cloud9.
Yeah, they're definitely liking it. Another change of pace from them. Faze, they don't have the info just yet, but they do have NiKo in a very good position. NiKo might get cut off from his teammates due to the smokes of Cloud9 as they attack the site. It's a great pick-off from 𝓤𝓸 as well, but still, there are chances here for Faze. 𝓤𝓸's watching the cross to short. That's information they know. Say, oh, NiKo goes down straight away. That was maybe the only chance, but 𝓤𝓸 comes back in. Oh, 𝓤𝓸, he gets 2. There's still more to go, though. Cloud9 must plant the bomb. The peaks come in, but 𝓤𝓸 will not stop. 1 more to go, and 𝓤𝓸 gets them all.
What the hell was that last shot from 𝓤𝓸? I told you, he is the problem Cloud9 have to deal with. You don't have smokes, 𝓤𝓸's alive. You got serious issues, man. Serious issues. 𝓤𝓸 is the problem for Cloud9 on Mirage. 6-9 will be the score in favor of Cloud9. Nasty stuff from 𝓤𝓸. Repositioning while the cooldown of his scope is there. So smart, so fast, so dangerous. What is that?
He isn't in the Matrix, James. He is the Matrix right now. It's unbelievable watching him play. I mean, he's been doing stuff like this all tournament long. The consistency into the grand final stage has been remarkable. And it's also very exciting considering what we've already seen from 𝓤𝓸 as well. His counterpart in this grand finals. So here it is, the second pistol round. Cloud9 won the first, of course. Faze will be looking to do the same, of course. But they're going for the A site, unlike Cloud9, who fancied themselves on B. Can they get the openings? Well, there's one.
Stewie not landing the mark. He needed to get some kills there. So many opportunities. And Cloud9 have been eliminated on the A side. Rotation is here, but someone's looking for it. His name is 𝓤𝓸. He's got a P250 for the extra range. Don't think he saw the player in connector. And Rain gets taken down. 3 versus 2. And 𝓤𝓸 needs to get to work. Although I think he's waiting to play the bomb while his teammates are still containing the situation. There isn't a kit on his last 2 players. Maybe there's one on A. Oh, there's one in CPL, and 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓸 picks it up. Can he get the bomb diffused, though? 2 more T's to find. NiKo on the plant pot. 𝓤𝓸 simply waiting for the beep beep of the bomb. Slowly emerging now. Is he going to... Oh, the Operation Human Shield not going to work out. And Faze take the pistol. 9-9 looking very likely.
Great comeback here from Faze, able to really create what could now be a completely open game. They've evened things up from the idea of splitting the pistols at the very least, and they can start with a good economy. However, the question is, can they do what Cloud9 did and win back-to-back rounds with extreme aggression and efficiency? We saw great use of utility from Cloud9 on their T side, and from FaZe we'll be looking to see the same. 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓬𝓸𝓶𝒆 actually getting a nasty attack there from one of the scouts. Have to be very careful facing mid against these scouts, especially with the missed smoke.
2 tags. Guardian's being tagged now as well, and that is not a way to start. 1 minute 35 on the clock, and FaZe are already in serious trouble. There are no grenades, no flashes, no smokes for Cloud9, but they're all still alive. They can reset the positions of those 2 scouts and cause yet more problems for FaZe. You have to say Mirage is a must-win for Cloud9. They would love to win this force fight.
This is quite tense here for FaZe. This is still a 5v5. Lots of dangerous guns lurking around, and 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓸 has the angle. 3 tags from the scouts. Everybody is nice and softened up, and knocked down by those CZs that are lying await on the respective bomb sites. Tag with the other scout as well. This could go very wrong for FaZe. But can they somehow get onto a site and evade these pistols and plant that bomb? That's what they really need to do here. Get the site, get the post plant. But I'm not sure this is going to happen for them, James.
I like this off angle from 𝓤𝓐. 𝓤𝓐 is a dentist on the B bomb site, and he's looking to pull teeth, but he's using crude instruments to do it. There's another tag. Surely there's no way FaZe can do this. They've got to be running to their doom. These scouts are going nuclear. 𝓤𝓐 has done so much damage, and Guardian's got to run away, but he can't. They don't get a single kill in that anti-force fight.
That is incredible, and I think, wasn't it a missed smoke in the middle window that allowed for the first couple tags? And then it just compounded, just kept getting worse. They try to go for that full B apartments rush, and sometimes you see that sort of out of desperation, out of fear from, I mean, sure, you're not going to take any hits, but as soon as you try to explode out the apartments, that is so difficult to do without perfect grenades. And now FaZe have to look towards the future here. They force buy back, looking to put the aggression on. 𝓤𝓐 playing around the smoke here in middle, looking for a fast play to connector, and he finds a good timing. There's the frag, but there's the refrag. 𝓤𝒆𝓵𝓬𝓸𝓶𝒆 doing his job, keeping it cool in middle, and that's been reclaimed now by Cloud9, as there are only 2 pistols left for FaZe.
Guardian has not force bought with his team. Doesn't always, but they know how crucial that AWP is on the buy round for FaZe Clan. He needs that as soon as possible. And they'll approach it safety first. Now, Guardian is the last man standing, and all places to plant the bomb are covered. There's even a flank in B apartment, so Cloud9 are pretty comfortable for the time being. See if he can get a equal shot off. Almost, but not quite. No plant for FaZe Clan. Cloud9 building up a really nice score on Mirage.
It does start to get scary, because with a buffer of some rounds to work with, that does decrease overall risk to then allow you to think, well, actually, we can take plays which are a bit risky. We can take some hits. We've got the economy to back us up. And when Cloud9 get the freedom to be dangerous like that, I mean, it was mentioned on the desk, they have an incredibly explosive team, a lot of firepower. So if they have that freedom to roam the map on Mirage, it is a very tough thing to deal with for FaZe. And 𝓤𝓐 is up close here with the MP9. He could be in for quite the money-making mission. He's going to just grind them all down with the MP9. Money in the bank for 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓸𝓚.
𝓬𝓸𝓚𝓸𝓸 making that cash, baby. $9,300. He's flossing that. And there's 𝓤𝓐. 𝓬𝓸𝓚, such an awesome guy. Very shy, but really cool. Used to beatbox for nothing but nothing rats on the Cloud9 team. There's 𝓤𝓐 egging on the crowd, so here it is. The buy round is here for FaZe Clan. Guardian has the AWP. They're all very dangerous, but I'm looking towards their sniper to do the big damage. FaZe Clan not shy to do a fast execute, just as Cloud9 have been doing. How will it work out for them, though? Cloud9 starting with 3 people around the middle area, but they're quickly rotating towards A.
They will take the side fast. Oh, quick play through the smoke there. That's not going to go too well for 𝓤𝒆𝓵𝓬𝓸𝓶𝒆. Rush getting eliminated by CT as well. a 3v5 retake. Sure, there are grenades for Cloud9, but the numbers, that's something you really need. And in this position, the flank is so incredibly important to do the damage. That is the play that can start to split the attention of the defenders on the site, and that could get the other players for Cloud9 going. As, 𝓤𝓂 goes down in the back, and that might be the chances now. They're going to have to go for the save. You can see that it all rested on the action in Palace from 𝓤𝓂. And now 𝓬𝓸, bit of a shooting range as he tries to escape. And he will be hunted by the ravenous Faze players.
That was clearly a nasty surprise for 𝓤𝓂, but let's see if 𝓬𝓸 can hold on to this AWP. 𝓤𝓂 is charging through 𝓵𝓵 at the moment, and 𝓬𝓸 will be exposed from the back, turns the corner, presence of mind from 𝓬𝓸, so he will hold on to that at the very least. But you saw 𝓤𝓂 running through the smoke. I think he probably expected there to be the normal smoke which covers the site, but no, they were left exposed, so he goes in and gets annihilated. They'll have to pay Faze Clan more respect. Seems Faze have some surprises in store as well. Now Cloud9, they've picked up the second sniper rifle. Often in this situation, you'll see 𝓤𝓐 go into B apartments, and once he has an angle through towards the stairs into the underpass, he will stay there alone. But he's towards A, and 𝓬𝓸's towards B, so I do wonder if it'll be a change. This may be spawn dependent, as you can see from 𝓤𝓐's position in the Palace.
First kill there towards the underpass position, but 𝓤𝓐 gets the kill. There's no one to refrag for 𝓤𝓐. Or against 𝓤𝓐, that is, as the smoke will cover his retreat on the slope position. So the teams go 1-1. Cloud9 actually really, I would say, in a good position when it happens like this. They're a bit vulnerable with these big A takes that we saw previously because they don't like to sit and wait to go and play full retake, like let's say an SK does. They want to fight, and they definitely have a fight on their hands very soon. 𝓤𝓐, he misses the shot. Big for Faze.
Rush is completely exposed in the triple position, and Cloud9 are getting wiped out. Once again, 𝓬𝓸's going to try and do anything he can. Maybe picking off some of these players just to make it easier for him to save, but the bomb hasn't gone down just yet. So if he gets another kill here, I think Carrigan's got to be careful with his peaks. 12-9. Looks likely at this point. 𝓤𝓂 got taken out early in that round. He made a play in the underpass, which I think was part of the aggression for the sniper in B apartments as well, but didn't quite work out for Cloud9.
It's so important for them to kill 𝓬𝓸 right now, because if he can carry the AWP into the next round, I mean, we've seen his form so far in this game. It can absolutely change the round if he's in the right place at the right time, but they'll slowly creep in. They want to guarantee the trade. Rain finds an unknown angle, a blind spot, and he'll take full advantage.
4K from Rain in that round. And now that the sides have changed, I think Rain is definitely one to watch in the GoTV as well. 𝓬𝓸 20 for 10 at the moment, but it's 𝓤𝓂 lighting up the scoreboard of 22 kills. Tactical timeout from Cloud9. 3-round lead at the moment. Very likely to have to concede this round, so they may... I do wonder if they'll try and keep up the aggressive pace on the CT side. The last few buy rounds, they've lost a player early, very, very quickly indeed, and that's not really ideal when you're on the counter-terror side and your money is lacking, so we shall see. But for now, there'll be a few pistols, a few grenades, just the one smoke, it seems. But 𝓤𝓐 has bought a Faze.
That is awesome. It's the first time I actually used it in the 𝓤𝓐 𝓤𝓸. It's pretty good, James. $200. Can get a kill with it. Fantastic. But I was surprised actually about the fervor from Cloud9 when they were faced with the A set piece from Faze Clan, and they decided, 𝓤𝓂 was the first man through the smoke. Instead of just waiting it out, they had full grenades on everyone, basically. It's very early in the rounds. And it's usually pretty favorable for the CTs to go full retake. So I wonder if that will be an adjustment we'll see from Cloud9. They don't have too many rounds in advantage to play with at this point. And Faze, we can imagine them taking this a bit more cautiously. Some of these rounds against Eagles and CZs have not gone so well for them. Guardian, he's going to be careful.
This is basically what I do every match, but with a knife.
Pretty much, yeah.
So he'll choose the taser. I tried a taser once, didn't work for me. You've probably seen that on the Reddit as well. 1 minute 20 for Faze Clan. Fortunately for them, there aren't many smoke grenades here for Cloud9, just the one. We've seen it be quite the pain on rounds such as this. Rain having a look, but he's not going to go crazy in the A site. Doesn't know if there's a stack there, but that's a nice opening kill. Every round can be dangerous, especially when the likes of Rush has a CZ.
Very Very nice bait there from Rain, or rather from his teammate Palace, for Rain to get the kill. And this is beautiful. Great round from Faze, just very slowly, as you said, James, just clearing angles, just one at a time, playing the information, keeping these Deagles at arm's length. And Stewie, ooh, there you go. That's a nice frag. Looks for the follow-up, but he can't find it. Faze now 10 rounds on the board, and they're 2 away from Cloud9 that have looked, I mean, Cloud9 have looked very dominant in some of these, at least in the first half. So it's really cool to see that Faze have been holding on. They're showing a great deal of resilience here, and they're not losing confidence.
It was that last eagle shot was pretty cool from Stewie. He didn't get the kill, but he was so patient to wait for the cooldown to take the shot. It just shows how focused he is, which is great, because you do wonder if Cloud9 are starting to feel the pressure now. Back on the double snipers again for the CT side. 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓸 almost getting teased there with a potential shot. He'll be focusing on mid on his own for the time being, but 𝓤𝒻𝒻 will be coming in from the short B position. We see Stewie. He will hear that grenades are being deployed very close. He's expecting a play to come through. Some spray from both sides. This could be a position of variance. Here's the reload, tries to punish the reload, but doesn't work out. Rain gets the bullets in just in time.
And this is kind of scary right now. 𝓵 will get a frag there onto Guardian. And that is going to be fantastic, of course, for Cloud9. But the problem is they have no grenades, actually. And the saving grace for Cloud9 in this position with no utility is the fact that they have AWPs. That can kind of make up for it.
They've abandoned the B bomb site, Cloud9. They are gambling on it being an A play. 𝓤𝒻𝒻 keeping an eye on short. Guardian was taken out towards the apartments earlier, and it might be that Cloud9 read that when Guardian's in the apps, it's probably going to be an A play. So they seem confident on that. They've got 3 people just waiting there, and 𝓤𝒻𝒻, he will be able to flank these players later on. But how long will they just hold Cloud9? How much are they believers in their analyst?
𝓵 pushing through, understands this distraction at play. He can get a free push through the smoke. 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓸's done. Rush is done. Only 𝓤𝒻𝒻 left alive for Cloud9 to try and survive with this M4, and he knows that if he holds an off angle, he can potentially get a kill and then fall back and be safer, but 𝓤𝒻𝒻 figures it out very quickly.
Now, this is a problem for Cloud9. They knew what Faze were going to do, and Faze did it anyway. There's only 1 round between these 2 teams, so it's now... I don't even know if you can say they need to adjust, because they knew what was going to happen, but they still couldn't stop it. So that does not bode well. It's 11-12. Cloud9 are on an eco. Can they stop Faze from taking the lead? That's the question. I mean, they're going to have a goodbye on the next round, so do they have to go for an aggressive play? Do they have to pick somebody off early? If they can read Faze and still not stop them, then maybe they have to do one better.
Well, everyone's just got wiped out, James. Pretty much as you finish the sentence. Very big challenge in the middle there. A challenge that Faze was very happy to welcome with their superior firepower. And now we'll go to an even game. 12-12. Faze have really found their groove now, and it does seem to be Cloud9 that is indeed having a lot of problems. And the last buy run they had with the double orbs, again, it was a round where they didn't have much utility. They tried to make a push and pit with Stewie, and that didn't go too well for them. So the question now is what they'll decide to do. Cloud9, lots of options with double orb to go aggressive if they want to, but it's actually Faze that have taken the timeouts.
Yeah, 𝓵 and 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓸 both have the forward spawns with the rifles, with the sniper rifles, sorry. So I think we're going to see that normal strat from Cloud9 where 𝓵 goes into the B apartments, although 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓸's heading towards A, so maybe 𝓵 goes into mid. But what we've commonly seen in this major in the previous weeks is 𝓵 and apps holding a line through the apartments, and then they have extra people towards the A site. Obviously, Faze may expect that, because I'm sure they would have studied each other. Ooh, they're going 4 on the A site. Nobody in mid. So maybe Scar's going towards connector. Indeed he is. So 𝓵 will be using his grenades to get into position. There's the smoke from 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓸. He does want to get aggressive, but 𝓵's made his way towards the boxes already.
Leaving the responsibility of B to 𝓵. Has been having a great tournament as well. With an AWP, he can definitely cause some issues here for Faze as they start to slow things down after the initial grenades exchanged around middle. 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓸 still looking for stuff from connector. Won't see anything though. In fact, he hasn't really seen a single player. Only seen a smoke so far. And that really goes for both teams. So the pace has slowed right down here. Once again, we start to see these smokes going into B. There for the pillars, for the Edward position. And 𝓤𝓸 now on high alert.
Are they going to commit to this, though? The bomb is there, but they haven't jumped into the apartments yet. I'm not convinced because of how they're laid out elsewhere. Oh, the flash is there, and 𝓤𝓸 tries to reaggress, but they're not committing to that. Trades elsewhere. Wait, the first left. He won't. Does the bomb go back towards the B bomb site? There's still nobody there. 3 on the A site, and they're slowly wondering, we were supposed to pull the rotation, so can we push this now? Because there should be people here. That's the whole point of our fake, but that's all they have left as a choice. ＮiKo lurking in Palace, and there are still 2 people just waiting in A. Stewie's gone to find out, and who better to go and look for that information? I think Stewie's on the flank, and FaZe Clan is still creeping forward. Do they wait for ＮiKo to activate to find out what's going on elsewhere? This could get really weird for FaZe Clan.
Yeah, this is very scary indeed. They're not really going to anticipate the positioning of Stewie. That's a very, very big play that he can make, but he's got to make sure he plays off his teammates. They have loads of time. They have loads of time to set up, but there's an opportunity. Stewie goes for it straight away and gives away his position, but still, he has 2 teammates to play off of who are coming into the market area now, and it's going to be Guardian holding the angle with the AWP. We have little reason to doubt him and his ability in this match. Oh, that's big! And with Stewie gone in apartments, Guardian only has to face in one direction. That's something that he knows. His teammates gather the info for him to understand this, and that bomb is starting to be very close to detonation. 𝓤𝓂 with the off angle, and there seems to be nothing that Cloud9 can do.
Oh boy, that really could have gone either way. If Guardian doesn't jump there, I do wonder if Cloud9 win the round. I was curious because I thought maybe he jumps into apartments, holds the line towards the market position. So if he doesn't jump, or if Stewie lands that shot, I think either way Cloud9 probably win. But Guardian is such a problem. He is such a problem on Mirage. He is the mystery that you have to solve if you want to win. FaZe Clan now in the lead, 13-12. How many rounds has it been for FaZe Clan? It's been 6 rounds in a row for the guys on the T side. 6 rounds in a row. It does not look very good for Cloud9 here on Mirage.
And again, Cloud9 will have to summon a lot of inner strength because it's been 8 maps that they've played against FaZe in the past and 8 maps they've lost. That's not a good record, but again, this stands to be a new, reinvigorated Cloud9. And 𝓤𝓸's back at it again with that scout in middle. Trying to get some cheeky headshots through the smoke. Unavailable to him so far, though. As ＮiKo asks some questions around the pit position, and some sound cues given away, but NiKo will miss the shot.
Cloud9 have got really good positions at the moment, considering they have CZs, because they've got 1 player in Palace. They've just traded on ramp, and 𝓤𝓂 is in B apps as well. He hasn't gone too deep, but Cloud9 could really push forward and be in surprising positions across the map, and that could be a massive issue for FaZe Clan. So he might have a shadow advantage there, but look at Guardian, he's so smart, has such knowledge that if Stewie plays his cards right, if his timing is correct, then this may become a winnable round. That said, Rush is moving away from the A site because Stewie hasn't found any information yet. And I think at this point, someone might have to take a risk for Cloud9. Maybe 𝓤𝓂. 1 player spotted in connector. Surely that will send Rush back towards CT.
It's a good time there coming in from Stew. Skadoo occupied some attention and they make the desperate dash to the bomb site to get the plant. Stewie can't fail, but he will. That is a big chance gone for Cloud9, but still, Rush with the AK, looking for more engagements here, and they are understanding of his position. It's just very hard for him to move forwards now. He does have 𝓤𝓂, but again, you really want Skadoo here to try to create distraction, to allow some move to be made by Rush. Otherwise, they're just going to be staring at his position and there's no way in, and eventually Guardian will have at him, and that is Rush gone, and the round claimed by FaZe. 2 away from winning map 1.
Once again, this is the pick of Cloud9. 𝓤𝓂 is coming afterwards. Cloud9, how much is left in the tank? Their next buy is coming in, and it could be their last big buy on Mirage. Rain slowly creeping up 𝓂. He's not checking deep enough. He's going to lose the AK, or is he? He will hold on to that. Maybe goes to Stewie, maybe goes to 𝓤𝓂. Rain just sweeping the entire site, looking everywhere, not leaving anything to chance. And we've spoken so much about Cloud9, but what does this mean for FaZe, this grand final?
It is, I mean, that's the thing. Like, they are coming into this as described as the great favorites, the super team that worked, but a super team with all the accolades except the major final trophy.
The big one. 𝓤𝓂 will be on the sniper rifle. I think the big red 𝓤𝓂 button has been activated where he is the aggressive sniper. FaZe Clan moving quickly into the A site once again. The smoke's being deployed. Can Cloud9 react to this?
Ooh, that is an amazing frag from Rain. Great presence of mind to check through the smoke and look for that position. Now, once again, FaZe, they've occupied this site. Previously, we saw Cloud9 desperate to push in, and they didn't use the force of the grenades, but now they're taking it slow, and now they're playing more of a retake game. But there are players dispersed everywhere. 𝓤𝓸 is going to hit the shot. He misses, though. Otherwise, finds a surgical headshot, and now it's just 2 left here for Cloud9. Things are looking strict. Things are looking desperate. And things are nearly looking done here for them in this map, as now FaZe are on 15.
Started well for Cloud9, but now we are at breaking point. They will have some rifles going into the next round. Rain, look at that. I don't even know if he saw anything. He's just one of the smartest players in the world. That's why he's top 5. 15-12. Map point for FaZe on the pick of their opponent. Cloud9 getting really aggressive towards the ramp. They need to hear you guys. They're against map point here on their own pick. Cloud9 putting 4 around A. Attack, the best form of defense.
FaZe going quickly up short here. Russian 𝓤𝓸 finding fresh. 𝓤𝓸 over the smoking connector. Finds himself one as well. 𝓤𝓸 with the spot. Oh, that is a great catch from Rain. Now, how much can Rain do? We've seen him in these positions before. There's one more. He might have to just go for it here with the plant, but he will still play it patiently. He knows he has time. The clock is on his side for the time being. A quick smoke here to offer up some additional cover as Cloud9 makes sure to set up the trade. 2v1 against Rain. Can they make it work? Yes, they can. Absolutely they can, but it's still not over. They're fighting for overtime.
2 more rounds. 2 more rounds. FaZe Clan is still going to have a good buy, but we saw in that round, we saw the grenades towards the ramp. Cloud9 are expectant of FaZe charging into the A site. Will FaZe make the same play? No, they won't. 4 people moving away from A, and 𝓤𝓐 deploying some grenades. Maybe FaZe has more surprises in store. 𝓤𝓸 spotted around connector. He will continue to be a threat whether he stands there or not, but he better not re-aggress because Guardian is alive and he's hungry for frags.
And smoking off that Molotov does suggest that he may go for a play. Obviously, we can see that that's not really the case, but that will waste time, it will waste additional utility here from FaZe. It's good to see 𝓤𝓸 not making the mistake of actually peering over it in that instance. Guardian was waiting for it, but now it's on FaZe as Cloud9 has not really offered anything up. Wow! Sees the traces, and that's all he needs.
𝓤𝓸 making a fast play. They're going for the B split now. 𝓤𝓸 will surely see in time. No, just about not. Or just about. 𝓤𝓸 will take him down. He's still alone towards the B bomb site. And there are 3 people above him. Buying time for his team. Down goes the bomb. 2 more in apartments. The rotation has to come in fast for Cloud9. There's a flank in the apartment from 𝓤𝓸 as well. And who better? Guardian alone. That's a massive shot from Guardian. But just the 1 kill. 1 more round.
FaZe Clan take a timeout, and I think it's both teams that need that timeout. Intense situation for everyone here. A breather, a moment to get on the same page and to figure out exactly the approach into this last round. It's so incredibly important. Cloud9 have found their feet, they've found their groove, the momentum is back with them. It was gone for so long, it looked like it was over, but they have managed to summon the strength against the titans of FaZe Clan. Freeze time has begun, and we're into the final round of regulation on map number 1.
1 more round. Where's the home field advantage? Double snipers again. This time 𝓤𝓸 is going to be picking it up. Styles make fights, and Cloud9 keep changing the styles of these snipers. See if it works out this time. 𝓤𝓸 close. 𝓦𝒆𝓵 better hide behind those boxes. FaZe clan with 4 people towards the B bomb site, and who's waiting for them? It's 𝓤𝓸 forced away, and again he's on his own. They know they're focusing on the A site. The smoke's down towards short as he make a play through. Stewie is here. There are smokes everywhere. Does he have the right angles? Down goes Nico. The bomb's getting planted quickly, but the frags are flying free for everyone. 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓸 on the site. Can he find the shot player? Yes, but can he go back? No, misses the shot. 3 versus 3. The bomb is down. 𝓤𝒻𝒻 still on the A site for some reason. Maybe looking for a lurker. This is absolute carnage. The smoke's going away, and now it's 𝓤𝒻𝒆𝓵 with the sniper. There's Guardian. 𝓤𝒻𝒻 on his own, running up the short position. I think 𝓤𝒻𝒆𝓵's heard him, which means that they can all hold angles. The smoke fake, the flash fake won't work out. FaZe clan take the first map of this series.
This is absolutely unbelievable. 2 incredibly momentum-based teams, and that is exactly what map 1 was. It was all about that momentum. It started off like fire from Cloud9, but soon that fire was extinguished as FaZe got themselves back into the board, and I didn't think that they could do it. And the same for Cloud9, but eventually FaZe managed to take it, and this means a lot, James. This was Cloud9's pick.
FaZe are 1 map away from the major title.
Let's roll. Terrorists win. Bomb has been planted. Grab your gear and let's go. Let's get this done. Terrorists win. Bomb has been planted. Let's move out.
SPS Sport. Алло, маму, папу сношал на этом, на
Nice work, everyone.
his homework and that they'll be prepared for some of the shenanigans. But one thing that is very hard to be prepared for is just the individual level of this team and their individual playmaking potential. And 𝓵 was highlighted before, and he is one of the key players on this map for Faze. And we're going to go into more detail later. But the game is starting. Map 2, Cloud9 versus Faze. Cloud9 down a map. And Faze looking to close it on their home territory. And they'll start on the T side.
Russian 𝓦𝒆𝓵 towards the back of B. It looks like Nico's trying to get the pipe, and in the meantime, his teammates come out in short position. 𝓦𝒆𝓵 gets some picks. Stewie quickly through the door, and Rush is still here, spamming away. The bomb's in a really weird exposed position, but the frags are coming in now for Faze Clan. 2 versus 3. 𝓤𝓚 round the back, and now he's guarding alone. 1 versus 3. No sniper for him just yet, but he has got a Glock and some frags. Rotating towards A, but no! He'll get an arrow in the back, and Cloud9 get the start they needed on the CT side of Overpass.
And on the desk, they were talking about the importance of players like Stewie, and he went largely missing in that first map. And this is a great opportunity for him to get those anti-force fire frags, the eco frags, to play aggressively with SMGs, to play aggressively, generally speaking, against Faze Clan early. And I think that's very important that Cloud9 once again assert themselves against their opponents very early on. And Faze, what do they have to bring to bear in this round? Guardian staying for the AWP. Has just a deagle at the moment. Maybe he'll buy another deagle next round. But here is some of that aggression we've been talking about. Cloud9 not afraid.
Tire from Guardian. 𝓤𝓚, only his head is showing, so this is dangerous for 𝓤𝓚, especially with an M4. The grenades continue to rain in, and so do the frags for Cloud9. No one lost in that second round. Exactly what they needed. After a tough loss in the first map, quick rounds like that, it's going to get them right back into things.
Yeah, absolutely. And we may see more aggression after that, just due to the fact that they'll be understanding that their opponents, they went for the force buy, they invest a lot of money, there should be a full Glock save. No bomb was planted, nothing like that. So they can keep the aggression up. And again, that's what Cloud9 want to be. They want to be in the throes of the aggression, putting the pace onto Faze. And we'll see Faze have nothing to offer here, just the Glocks indeed. 𝓤𝓚 back at it again. The forward play, oh my god, dinged multiple times there against the Glocks. This actually looks a little bit scary. They'll be able to collect the M4, but again, they have no Kevlar to really work with.
Yeah, with all these UMPs, it's the M4 which goes so far forward, would have faced loads of people, but now the SMGs are trying to clean up, and they may make more money, but can they make it a wholesome cleanup? 2 more people to find. Guardian with a Glock, so the M4 is on the floor, and I think Stewie's collected it. So crisis averted. Could have been much worse for Faze. Got to ring the bell a few times to get a kill the Glock in that situation, and Guardian does it. Patiently trying to do more damage, but 2 kills is a lot more than Faze could have expected in that round. Hey, get off your phone! It's grand finals, come on! That's what I'm talking about.
All right, so we have the AWP picked up by Guardian. And again, this is a great map for the snipers. Stewie getting the off. This is what we love to see. Stewie's aggressive warping is a treat to witness. Let's hope that he has the sickness to bring behind that selection. And of course, he has a decent spawn to work with as well. So it's going to be a fast Molotov there to prevent the CTs pushing Suez as Faze take control of the map towards the positions around B. Guardian going quite forward for the peak. He wants that slight angle, that slither. And if it is shown, oh, he gets it through the wood.
Oh, that's disgusting from Guardian, and this is a first buy round from Faze. That is a warning shot if ever I saw one. Doesn't matter if I can't see you, you're going to be dead anyway. 𝓤𝓚 taking big damage elsewhere. Automatic answering back. So that's 2 players spotted around the B bomb site. How much can Cloud9 really get from this? They don't have aggressive positions with the players that remain. And now 𝓵 is trying to establish what information they do have. Obviously, he doesn't know where these CTs are. He wants to find out, but it is a precarious trip to take for 𝓵. One of the most dangerous people on Overpass in general. Definitely one to watch on GoTV.
And Cloud9 have some information here. They've got a peek into the Suez position, so they'll be fairly confident that the rotation's coming in from Faze. But they need to confirm that information. They don't know about connector, so there's always a fast double back opportunity for Faze. So that's why they're not pulling everybody towards the A site. Now will they try to make a play here? Stewie, the smoke criminal, is he?
Oh my
Where
God!
did that come from?
𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓬𝓸, what are you doing? And that might be the information that Cloud9 need. There's a rotation coming from 𝓵𝓬𝓸, so there will be 3 people on the A bomb site. 20 seconds remain, and Stewie still in that forward position. Even if Faze get kills, how did he get the bomb down in this situation? 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓸, he's just running distraction now. He's being baiting, but Stewie's being looked for, and there is the bomb lost. Stewie just needs to hide now. There's 8 seconds on the clock. Doesn't need to face there. There's surely no way Faze get anywhere near this bomb. Taken down 1-1. 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓸𝓸 running away, trying to save the sniper rifle. That is a huge buy round for Cloud9.
That shot from 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓸, that really made things a bit awkward there for Faze. They had to pull the trigger on the push in a very desperate manner after that. Ooh. Oh my. Oh, that is so incredible.
Dirty. We are not at the watershed yet, 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓸, please. Second sniper rifle now on automatic. Currently 6-0 is automatic, 4-0 Cloud9. But again, they had a good start in the last map, and it wasn't enough. Guardian has an AWP. This is a dangerous round for Cloud9.
It is very, very dangerous. Deagle there for Rain, CZ. P250 is Deagle for Nico, no less. And Cloud9 just have to rely on their setups again. They have these inherent advantages to play with. And that's what they're doing at the moment. They know the AWP is out there for Guardian. There's no utility for Faze. They can't really burst into bomb sites with flashes and smokes. Cloud9 playing discipline, doing what they must, playing as they should. Faze realize they have to start making a move, and see Rain, he knows these positions very well, perhaps better than anyone else. He's going to be trying to wallbang all of them. 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓸 now maneuvering around, trying to find opponents, but Faze are looking to set up the push now.
The 1 minute mark for Faze Clan. Not going to make it easy for Cloud9. Faze would love to win this major in 2. Flash at the front of the site. Cloud9 still buying time. Faze, the numbers game has got to come into play soon. Guardian looking for a really fast peak. He's just waiting for that entry. Spots Stewie, but no connections yet by either side. 30 seconds, and Faze still, they want to make the best use of every edge they can find. They want to exploit any gap, any mistake. Cloud9 no longer peak. They're inviting them to the site. There's 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓸 with the first shot. Stewie, quick for a second. The spray down, the garden hose. All the 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓸 dead. 5 rounds for Cloud9. But Faze are coming back with maximum loss bonus.
Great round there from Cloud9, holding their nerve. And again, it was exactly how they should have played it. Very passive. You don't want to potentially give up a peek to Guardian. You have no idea on the map where he can be. And it worked out wonderfully for Cloud9. But now they need to do it again against the weaponry of Faze. We actually see 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓸𝓸 picking up a Mag 10. That's actually awesome to see, as he will be able to play very forward positions. He has a lot of speed with that gun, good running accuracy. He can create space for his riflers. And they look to take a fast round perhaps into the B bomb site. As soon as these counter grenades, the initial ones, go away from Cloud9.
So there is the short B possession. Are we going to continue with the fast plays? Guardian has been taken out very quickly. I don't know if he was carrying the bomb, but if he was, then that is a lot of information for Cloud9. The A players are passive, which means they can rotate quickly. Automatic looking for more jump peeking. Got to be careful though, because if he jumps off the sandbags, you can see there are guns trained on that position. Faze looked like they wanted to go for a fast play like they were doing on Mirage. They were very successful with that. Here come the Molotovs, the grenades, the smokes. Automatic spots one player. Down they go. 𝓵𝓸𝓸 just waiting for the push. And Cloud9 are all over this round once again. Almost no damage by Faze Clan. Still a clean sheet for Cloud9.
Really big holes from Cloud9 so far, and it's very encouraging to see them able to do this when they are up against some of Faze Clan's buy rounds. And these passive approaches have so far been working out, but that's the mind games now that Cloud9 can afford to play against Faze. They could start to throw in some aggressions. There could be a 𝓬𝒆𝓵 take. There could be play into connector. Maybe they'll go aggressive A long. Maybe they'll go aggressive towards the fountain position. They have all these options open and available to them to try and get the first frag and start to set a Faze in a very bad position and make them scramble. Faze are really up against it at the moment.
Nico looks slightly frustrated at the moment. And this Faze Clan roster may feel like they have so much to prove. 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓸𝓸 leaving Fnatic. Guardian leaving Na'Vi. Rain has been on this team since the beginning. since the absolute beginning of this team. 𝓬𝓸 leaving 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓬𝓸. Tarek as well, he's got a lot to prove, and he's trying to do so. Relentless aggression, doesn't matter what the situation. Oh, that's dirty, but it is from 𝓲2K, and Tarek finishes things off. He's popping off.
And that's exactly the kind of round I was talking about, that very, very quick aggression. It can come from anywhere. You have no idea when you're on the T side, but really, really fast timing here from Tarek. Absolutely nails the execution of this. So confident of Cloud9 right now. They look amazing, but we saw this on Mirage. They must hold on to this. They need to keep squeezing and strangling Faze out of this game. Do not give them a single chance. That's the only way to beat them.
We've got a short B push from the CT side, avoiding the flashbang. Tarek is everywhere, but NiKo gets the kill this time. And that's an early man down for Cloud9. This didn't bode well in the previous map when they lost the man early. He looked good for it, Tarek, but look at the people they're playing against. Look at the skill, the talent on the Faze clan. If anyone's up for a challenge, it is these 5 players. Be it an AK, be it an AWP. Ever dangerous team. 𝓬𝓸 playing an unusual angle. Ooh. And the leg is there. Now, he wanted to go for a jumping HE grenade. He wanted to throw it down, but he did not want to give Guardian the opportunity, respecting the skill. In the meantime, 𝓦𝒆𝓵 sees players towards long and starts to move in towards toilets, and 𝓬𝓸 could get caught off guard here.
There he goes, and there he is, very dead on the floor. 2 left now for Cloud9. It's looking quite bad for them in this round, but they have a great economy at the very least. 𝓦𝒆𝓵 trying in desperation, flick there. 𝓦𝒆𝓵, what on earth are you doing? Going straight through the smoke. That is bravery, but is it too bold? Will it cost them? Maybe it will. 𝓦𝒆𝓵 will have that opportunity, and he will make it count. 2 more players to go, as there's 1 more left here, besides 𝓦𝒆𝓵 to make plays. Rush, where on earth is he? Faze do not know currently. And Rush has time. 𝓦𝒆𝓵 is taking all the attention away. Oh, here it goes. Rush able to find Rain. Now they know where the last player is. Guardian has to hit the shots here as he turns the corner. The grenades. Oh! And that's going to be that. Do not give this man a chance. Obi. 𝓦𝒆𝓵 will be ruining that push for quite some time.
8-0. When will there be a round for Faze clan? Look at this situation. 𝓦𝒆𝓵, he must have thought they were saving. He thought they have to save, they have to run away, but 𝓦𝒆𝓵 didn't even have time. He had to stand his ground, and then he ran through the smoke. They had no idea he was through the smoke. Guardian blasted into oblivion. The gates have fallen off, and Cloud9 are deep in the defensive of Faze clan at the moment. 8-0.
That was such an insane round to win. I mean, the economy for them is so incredibly strong anyway, that they can definitely take losses. 𝓦𝒆𝓵's on 15k after the buy in this round. That's unbelievable. Everyone's 10k or more. It's crazy. This is a very bad look for Faze clan. They're going to be lucky to even get 3 or 4 rounds at this point. That's kind of how this is shaping up. But
Faze
again,
clan can always turn it around at any point. That's the
saw it
problem.
on map 1, right?
We've seen them in horrible situations, but they can always bring it back. This could easily end up being a 7-8 round as far as they're concerned. Oh, 𝓬𝓵. Again, the respect. Any other team, and maybe he holds his ground there, but Guardian is so dangerous. He proved it on the previous map. Cloud9 with just enough respect not to make a mistake. Don't want to give up that early frag for no reason. And that's great. It shows presence of mind from Cloud9. 𝓬𝓸 with a great angle, allows him to see players from connector, but also out the toilet. But he'll have to fall back. 𝓬𝓵's in a forward position as usual. Not afraid to play his game. 1:15 for Faze clan. And it's right, they would expect the CT to be forced back by now. 𝓬𝓵 with multiple targets, doesn't know who to find. And he'll leave 𝓬𝓸 on 6 HP.
A very forward position from 𝓬𝓸. It's a risky one, but he's confident. We've seen what he can do so far. And getting information is also very important. That's another reason why aggression can be so powerful on the CT side, although it is with its own risks. And this is important. 𝓬𝓸 will spot that there's nothing really forward happening here, and Faze are making a rotation back through connector towards B. And right now there's only 1 man. There is Rush, only with a single flashbang. He does have some support from Heaven, but this is going to be a hard hold against the full 5 players of Faze.
Yep, there was a smoke on 𝓬𝓸, but he won't have an opportunity to throw it now. 𝓦𝒆𝓵's exposed and taken down. The trades continue 2-on-2. The bomb hasn't been planted just yet, and the CTs, they know they're not in an advantageous situation. This is coming in. Will it come in time? 𝓸𝓸 expecting it, and they know where 𝓬𝓸𝓸 is now. So how does he get away with this? Can he find the wallbang on 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓸𝓸? He's only 11 HP. Oh, that was so close. But now 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓸𝓸 backs off. He has time on the cooldown of the AWP. Surely this is impossible for 𝓬𝓸𝓸. He doesn't realize that one person is not on the site, so it gets even worse for him. 3 bullets left and 2 targets. He can't stand anymore. He has to hit the mark. Pulling a knife out, trying to reposition. 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓸𝓸 on the high ground. Down he goes, but 𝓸𝓸𝓸 through the fence. First round on the board for Faze Clan.
It's kind of disgusting the things that 𝓸𝓸𝓸 has to do to win some of these rounds. This Cloud9 is just something else. I've never seen anything like this from them.
Look at that. They started 8-1 on Mirage and lost 16-14. It is 8-1 on Overpass. llAbusive has $16,000. So I think Cloud9 are in a better situation now than they were previously. Looks like someone is feeling the pressure, but someone who isn't is 𝓸𝓸𝓸. Disgusting shots from him. But look how much was needed just to get 1 round on the board.
Absolutely, and they also had a man advantage going into the site push. It is one of the bomb sites that is the easiest, well, it's, of the 2 bomb sites, it is the easier one to retake. A is very hard to retake, so typically if the CT side is down a man, doesn't sort of know what to do, they will sack 3 players towards the A site, which is harder to hold.
Look how crap their buy is. Look at Faze Clan's buy, a 𝓸𝓸, a UMP, a MAC-10, after winning 1 round when they know Cloud9 have been losing money by winning rounds. This is a problem for Faze Clan. They've got the talent, but they don't necessarily have the guns. Rain looking for those close quarters engagements with the MAC-10. Cloud9 have been aggressive, but this time they will stay deep. 3 in the B bomb site. 2 around A. 𝓬𝓸𝓸 in a position where he can retreat. He's got 𝓬𝓸 keeping an eye on things towards the long position. 𝓬𝓸 is the rifle support for 𝓬𝓸𝓸's sniper here on Overpass.
And this is always a dangerous factor about this map. It can be difficult to play the CT side because there's so many potential blind spots. It almost feels like you want a 6th player to cover everything. And there is some pressure felt by 𝓬𝓸. He's going to call the smoke to his teammates. And they do have eyes on 𝓬𝓸 as well, so they're likely wanting to rotate the 3rd man there, and they have. They've got extra support. 𝓸𝓸𝓸's now made his way into the site. 𝓬𝓸𝓸 still holding a passive angle there in the bathrooms as the push commences, and 𝓸𝓸𝓸 is forced to go for the duel. The trades are there though, but it's even for both teams. 𝓬𝓸𝓸 has to fight his way out with a CZ. He's going to be able to do it seems, but still more damage to be done. Picks up the AWP there, draws it, tries to find a shot. Still very difficult to make it work. The tag's in though, as 𝓬𝓸𝓸 tries to hold the position, but now he is the only man that stands against Rain. And Rain has the truck to play with. But 20 seconds to go for the plant. He knows he can go for the other side.
Oh no!
Oh! He sinks it!
Some revenge there for Faze Clan. 𝓬𝓸𝓸 had 4 bullets in the CZ, but only 1 person survives for Faze. That was a terrible buy. They managed to get close quarters. They managed to get kills with the MAC-10. 𝓬𝓸𝓸 ran to his doom. He never knew what was coming. He died too young, Dad.
That he did, but it was an extraordinary effort to even stay alive for as long as he did in the bathrooms.
It almost sounds like Rain has indeed silenced the crowd. I don't think he can hear you with that one. Faze Clan and Cloud9 back on the buy once again. UMP continues with 𝓸𝓸𝓸 guarding on the 𝓸𝓸𝓸. And now here are those fast plays from Faze Clan. Taking map control really quickly is very unnatural, unusual to get so forward on a full buy on a map such as this. So can they keep Cloud9 surprised? 𝓬𝓸𝓸 spotting the information. He gets the leg, this time only the UMP. Can he finish 𝓸𝓸𝓸𝓸? He can, but moves into more guns.
It's going to be a tough hold here. A wall of smokes to block 𝓬𝓸, but he is the smoke criminal. Perhaps he'll look to go for the push. Oh, the spray's going to find a lot of damage, and it's 𝓦𝒆𝓵 as well doing immense work. So llAbusive waiting for the smoke to go away. They're darting into 𝓬𝓸's line of sight, and that is not something you can expect to achieve success with, as 𝓦𝒂 now is the last man standing. It looks so promising. But Cloud9 have been very good at defending these set pieces from Faze. Their passive play has been just as strong as their aggressive play on the CT side.
𝓦𝒂 dialing for help, but call not completed. Everybody is dead. 38 seconds, and I do wonder if he's resigned himself to trying to save, or what he can really try to do in this situation. They have bled the money of Cloud9, so he can try and do some damage here, but that won't work out for him either. 9-2 for Cloud9.
Now, when are Faze going to wake up? That's the question. Or is Cloud9 simply just too overwhelming?
He was in the smoke. That's really unlucky. It's them toenails, man. You got to cut them toenails.
That's what Stewie does. He lives in the smoke. He is a smoke criminal. And we're starting to see some of his deviance there. Now, as it stands 9-2 and Faze take the timeout, they will be on eco in this round regardless, but they need to start to put together the pieces, see where things are really going wrong, and that's likely one of the things they'll be talking about, some of the options, some of the plays and approaches that need to be discussed to find some success here for them, because right now it definitely looks like getting that momentum is very difficult. I mean, it's a stark difference. We saw the 8-1 situation for Cloud9, much like map 1, but the difference was the sheer dominance, and you can see it with all the money that is constantly in the bank for Cloud9.
Even at 2-9, Guardian still saving for the AWP. That's how desperate a situation is. He's got 13 kills at the moment. The next closest person to him on his team has 3. I told you. Finish Guardian, finish Faze. That's what it seems to be here on Overpass. Moving up the long position with the bomb, 4 players. How quickly will they spot this? They're getting to that corner wall. Stewie, I think, is jump peeking, but can he find the information? Oh, the creep. 𝓬𝓸𝓸 may pick up an AWP here. Oh, 𝓬𝓸𝓸 is surely going to get caught off guard! Yes, he is. Now there are huge problems. The numbers advantage. They are all over the A side. This is not an easy retake for Cloud9.
It's going to be so hard to find a way back in. These choke points have been constricted with these smoke grenades. Might try to go for a cheeky boost, but it might be quite predictable. But there's still smokes all over the place. They do find the play. 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓬𝓸𝓶𝒆 will shut it down as Tarek hits the ground hard. Rush now looking for another player to challenge. There's 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓬𝓸𝓶𝒆, but this looks quite impossible here for Cloud9. They're going to have to back away, but Guardian will not allow them to run. No prisoners, no survivors.
This is insane. That has absolutely that round was decimated for Cloud9. That's not a round you're supposed to win. That's a round where you're supposed to do some damage and plant the bomb if you're very lucky. But again, playing the same strategy, and you do wonder if Cloud9 lost track of Faze's situation, because 𝓬𝓸𝓸 was in a forward position, he was on his own, and they got past him. They lost to AWP, smoked off the site, and then you're just in absolute ruins. Faze clan, maybe the door has been opened for them. They can still get 6 rounds out of this half. They can go nuclear at any point. It's not over until it's over. The map's not won until it's won, and Cloud9 have to remember that.
It's definitely impressive to see that they've kept NiKo on 1 frag. I mean, how often are you going to get this deep into a match on the first half and just see him having such a struggle? 1 and 11. That's actually just insane. Now, Faze looking to build on what they've done so far. And a quick take of 𝓤𝓆. NiKo leads the way. Will they go for a fast pick, or will they just try to sit in the 𝓤𝓆's position, occupy presence, make some noise, get some information? And Cloud9, they've been playing so well passively, sitting on the bomb sites, that they may not decide to go aggressive and make an information play. Faze may have to force the issue into a bomb site.
For the time being, Cloud9 should have a good read as to the likelihood of the B bomb site. Guardian taken down in a short position by 𝓤𝒻𝒻𝒁. And I was going to say, because of Stewie's position in the toilets, he can have a quick look towards long, and he can also get a diagonal look towards connector. So he can keep an eye on players moving past. As you can see, 𝓬𝓸𝓸 can communicate that information now. 𝓤𝒻𝒻𝒁 picking off NiKo. So they're getting picked off one by one. And there's Stewie, there's his position coming into play. And now 𝓬𝓸𝓸 can just run around. He can just dance for these players. If they try to hunt 𝓬𝓸𝓸, they are exposed to the site. That is a huge problem.
It is a very, very big problem. Now they're trying to get their way into the site, but it's just Rain now that's left. 32 health for him, getting whittled down, picked apart, piece by piece, until there's nothing left. Cloud9, 10 rounds. Faze still stuck in the doldrums on 3.
That's so important for Cloud9, not because of the reset, just for the psyche. After losing a basically stupid round, to come back like that in devastating fashion is fantastic. A jumping NiKo taken out of the sky like a clay pigeon. 𝓤𝒻𝒻𝒁, not a fan of animals. 2 rounds remain in this first half, and Faze have to force it up. They can't eco for AWPs anymore. Even Guardian's on the force fight. Full grenades in the P250 for him. Will it be a fast play towards B? Rain sliding into the corner. Will he slide into the pipe? Flames, smoke grenades, flashbangs, charging in now. Rush waiting for them, but he can't find the frag. 𝓤𝓸 gets one.
Good training coming in from both teams. There is 𝓤𝒛. He's been very good so far, looking to hold things down here. Prevent the T's from taking forward positions. Great nade sailing in, Guardian down to 25. Stewie looking to finish off his work, but Guardian's quick out the position. Faze is scrambled to find themselves a post-plant position to work from 𝓤𝓸, doing damage here from the water, but shut down. The trades continue.
There are two smokes for the CT side. If they can get them down, then it may force FaZe Clan's hand if they can touch that bomb. 𝓤𝒛 repositioning to the monster position. Guardian still only got a P250 to fight with, but he's baiting, but it won't work out. Cloud9 get round 11. The plant's not enough for FaZe Clan. 3 rounds on the board. Nothing working for FaZe apart from a random eco push. 𝓤𝒛 has been delivering so many kills with the AWP, taking some of the shine away from Guardian, who's been the only person shining for FaZe on this half, and it has not been anywhere near enough.
And I really love the dynamic that Cloud9 have working for themselves around the A site. You know, if Stewie gets to spawn, much like now, he can go for an aggressive play with an AWP or a rifle, and that will happen every so often, but it's very hard to predict. And then you just leave 𝓤𝓸 there to play passively, very intelligently, outsmarting players, getting information, playing slightly forward, but never really putting a foot wrong. It's quite a beautiful thing to watch how Cloud9 have been playing the CT side so far, and we can see that FaZe have been unable to find a way to penetrate their defense.
Cloud9 have changed their defense as well. 𝓤𝓸 taking Rain out. No one in position to do anything about that, and they're just like, oh, 𝓤𝓸's there. No, let's just go towards the B bomb site. Let's hope for the best. Let's pray to whatever the CS gods are. Pray to Gaben. Pray to whoever you like. Pray for a 4th round for FaZe Clan if you are a fan. Smoke heading towards the balcony. A pistol, an SMG and 2 rifles. Cloud9 lie in wait, bouncing off the pillar. It's not going to be enough. ＮiKo on his own, 1 versus 3. Got to pick up the bomb. Minute on the clock. Cloud9 slowly repositioning. There's one player on the low grounders already. That's Stewie2K. NiKo has to take some risks. Angle simply being held. There's the first one. You know what this man can do. Again, they can go nuclear at any point. Some shoulder peeks. Trying to find out where these players are. Are Cloud9 in a position to trade? One on the AWP. 𝓤𝓸 has a superior angle. And you can see on ＮiKo's face, he's not happy with this. He is frustrated. This is not what FaZe Clan, the situation they should be in. This is not it. It should be the other way around. This is their pick. He's fighting for a 4th round. No one's giving up to him. 20 seconds. He's running out of time. He's trying to play Cloud9 at their own game. And now the pressure comes in from Cloud9. The 𝓤𝒛, they're slowly pushing. He commits to the bomb plant. And they start to move in. The AWP, the rifle. One tap from NiKo, but he can't find the 3rd. 𝓤𝓸, who else to do it? Defusing the bomb, keeping Cloud9 in this match.
That was almost from NiKo, one of the biggest plays in the tournament. 1 frag away from an ace. 1 misplaced bullet. I can't imagine the tension he's under. And still he makes it look so good, even though he couldn't find it all the way. But 𝓤𝒛 has been so stable, the anchor with the AWP, an absolute rock of the B bomb site. And this has been a problem for FaZe, because either you're running into 𝓤𝒛, who does not waver so far, or you're running into the likes of 𝓤𝓸 and Stewie on the A side of the map, and neither portion of the map seems solved so far by FaZe.
NiKo had an out-of-body experience at the end of that round. 3-12. When Overpass first came out, before all the changes, before people knew how to play the map, this is the kind of score you would see all the time. Cloud9 say that you can have Mirage. You can have Mirage, because we're coming for Overpass. No timeouts remaining for FaZe. No break, no relief, nothing but pressure.
FaZe, it goes without saying that the pistol round is a must for them to have any kind of a chance. Without that pistol round, we're going to see a lot of forced buys, a lot of awkward situations. Cloud9 have set themselves up for a very surprising victory on enemy territory, but it's not done just yet. And as you say, James, they can never forget the caliber of players that they're up against in this grand final. The team that is most certainly the favorites.
And now Faze are at the mercy of their opponent, and they may have to beg for mercy if this continues like the first half did on the CT side, the defensive side. 𝓬𝓸 with a smoke and a defuse kit. 2 plays of grenade to Cloud9. Look at the timing, absolutely perfect. But look at Rain. This is his map after all, and he is not done with overpass. 3 headshots from Rain. Whatever plans Cloud9 had for this pistol, they've been torn up and thrown in the trash.
Wow, that is a big result. And now you can see Cloud9 sort of stuck in their positions, trying to work out, okay, what do we have? What do we have to work with? How do we somehow find a way out of this situation? But Rain is hungry, though. He's not sated with 3. He's looking for 4 and 5. He'll be denied for the time being, but there's 4 more where that came from. And they're currently holding positions. Perhaps they were egging him on to go for the ace. It's hard to say, but Rush now trying to check everything. We do have a smoke and a flash on 𝓬𝓸 to try to work with, but it's just going to come down to the headshots, as it always does on a pistol round.
The problem with this situation is they're spending so much time trying to find one person. There are 4 remaining that it's going to be, if they get anywhere near a bomb site, it's going to be really hard to try and get the bomb down because they're using up so much of their time. One step made and that Motherboard has a superior angle, but he can't find the headshot. Now there's 1 person in B. They need to move quickly. 30 seconds is not a lot when you're 2 versus 3. Smokes down on the side. Will they commit to a plant? Bullets flying in. They have no idea where from, no idea if there are more people towards B. Got to check if there's any trade fraggers. And in the meantime, the CTs are creeping in. 𝓤𝓬 on the side, can't find the mark, shooting over the head. The bomb gets planted, flying through the smoke. And there is Rush, 1 versus 2 now. Can he really do this from a 2 versus 5? Guardian creeping in. He sees him. He's trying to use a pillar, but he can't do it. Faze clan win what might have been inevitable thanks to Rain's 3K earlier on.
But that was way too difficult. They sustained losses, and I mean, okay, sure, that's not important. It would have felt great, sure, if it was a clean round. But really what matters is that somehow Cloud9 were able to find a bomb plant. That is really the critical thing here that FaZe give up. Like, no one really cares that they lost 3 players, but that bomb going down for Cloud9 means that Cloud9 can keep the pressure up. And that is exactly what they want to do.
Oh, we've got the Sergeant Dokes. It's surprise time for FaZe clan.
This is a scary, scary situation for the likes of FaZe. FaZe, it's hard for them to know exactly what the round is going to look like because sometimes you can throw aggression on this round, or you can take the very safe option, having a big buffer of rounds, as Cloud9 do, and instead you wait 1 round, then you have full AKs, full nades, and you are likely in a situation where you have superiority of firepower in that round. So Cloud9, despite losing that first round with the bomb plant, they get a lot of really good options.
As bad as the first half was for FaZe clan, really, considering how skilled this team are, you have to put that in the back of your mind now because it's not really relevant to them playing the CT side. They could easily have an enormously explosive performance on this half. Guardian has many of the angled advantages now. Rain already looking comfortable around the toilets on the pistol round, and now he has a rifle. Cloud9 on the force by 2 AKs. 𝓤𝓙 spotting some players, but again, these rifles may be a surprise for the FaZe clan. And Cloud9 haven't committed to the side. They're just taking their initial map control. And you do wonder if FaZe may go for a pop flash play, not expecting rifles to be in play. Anything could happen in the coming seconds.
Very big moment. Stewie looking to use the element of surprise! There we go! 𝓤𝓬's down and out! And they'll go in a torrent of bullets as now Cloud9, they almost have the sight. They've got it! There's just 1 player left. It's Rain in the 1v2 as he tries to cycle in from heaven. It's going to be a very tough one from him. And the bomb still has not gone down just yet. Rain looking to do it, but shut down by the Cloud9 side. And it has all gone to plan for the North Americans.
Just how close are we to a 3rd map? How close are we to a 3rd map? 13-4. FaZe clan put in force by territory. A scout, CZs. Cloud9 with a masterclass, a nasty surprise on overpass again. It's been so clear throughout this tournament that they have really studied, really paid attention to their opponents, to making their own surprises, to different approaches to very common things like the smokes on Mirage, for example. Now we're on overpass. FaZe Clan, desperate situation. 𝓬𝓸 deep in long on his own with the scout, trying to reset the situation. He needs to get those tags in like Tarek did in Mirage, so the rest of his team can capitalize. And again, we look to Cloud9 for the anti-force buy strat. See how they come out. 𝓬𝓸 peeks again, doesn't land a shot.
Just gonna be waiting for it. You have to be so cautious in rounds like these. And Cloud9, we saw the discipline from them before, but it's not going to matter in the face of Guardian with the CZ. Gets himself two. That's two guns as well to be collected now for FaZe. As it starts to get desperate, and a play must be made, and 𝓤𝒂 is a man to do it. He's looking to find something here. If he can just get into position, get the element of surprise working his way. It's a good chance here. 𝓤𝒂 darting around the site. 𝓤𝒂 hears him. Can he get the frag? 𝓤𝒂 getting the dink onto Stewie. Things are getting very stretched right now for both teams as we go back to a 3v3.
Cloud9 have taken too much damage. FaZe Clan are well equipped to go for this now. Automatic spotting a player by 𝓬𝓸, but he won't make anything. Rain's the one doing the spraying. And now it's down to 𝓬𝓸. He sees the trajectory. He needs to escape down towards short. He knows where these players were. He saw where that grenade came from. His teammates can tell him as well. He has 30 HP. He's got no grenades. He's holding a tight angle. Guardian is so red. Not expecting it. 𝓬𝓸, there's one more to find. 𝓬𝓸's got nuclear. 4 kills for him. And he's brought him one round closer to the third map. Nerves of Steel. The silent assassin.
With the AWP, yes. But with the AK, with the rifle, that's where we see the clutch. Unreal scenes here in this grand finals. Unbelievable performances.
And we're back with another force buy for FaZe Clan. Double scouts this time. Rain down to 1 HP, but he lands a tag onto Tarek. FaZe need more of that. They need a lot more of that. 𝓬𝓸's gone to a forward position towards A in the meantime. We've got more fights. 𝓤𝒂 down 17. That might be NiKo on an AK. Is he brave enough to go for it? Stewie's waiting for him to try and rescue that weapon, but NiKo knows it isn't necessarily safe. 𝓬𝓸 rotating back towards the A side. NiKo taken out. Cloud9 trying to fight for their game point now. Putting one player on the high ground. Rain with 1 HP and a scout is still very dangerous.
And random bullet through the smoke there from 𝓬𝓸. That is a gift from the gods, giving them the advantage on the men. But Guardian always in spot one, but he has to dodge back into the water, can't capitalize. It's Tarek instead with the forward push, the fine one. As Guardian still lurks, and they know where he is. He's not really in the best position, and when he goes down, if he goes down, considering that these players for Cloud9 are very weak and they're treating it with caution. It's just Rain left now. He's got 1 HP. Put himself a scout, of course, but he can't find the connection that he needs. This round should surely go to Cloud9, and it will. That is it. Map point now for Cloud9. They have looked indomitable on overpass.
It's a tremendous performance from Cloud9 so far on overpass. And it was really good on Mirage as well, despite the map going to FaZe Clan. 1 round away from Inferno. 𝓬𝓸 on the Mag 7. WMPs, pistols for FaZe Clan. These aren't the kind of rounds you can prepare for. This is desperation.
And we can see how messy FaZe have made it for Cloud9. It's been very scrappy. Some of these rounds can go either way, despite how ill-equipped FaZe have been. Again, with their backs against the wall. Cloud9 looking to close it down in this round. We've seen a much better game out of Stewie. He's come alive in this one, doing his jobs very well.
𝓤𝒂 is going for a push towards the short B position. There's a team for there's a flashbang for him there, and it works out. 𝓬𝓸 with the Mag 7, good for 1 kill. But those guns won't be retrieved for the time being. Surely they don't take Rain's position. Is he good for 2? He is! This is not over yet for FaZe Clan. They want round number 5, and it's down to 𝓬𝓸 once more. Rain will hear the running. 𝓤𝒂 is moving just in case he rotates. 𝓤𝒂 through the connector position. Rain would have heard 𝓦𝓸𝓸 running around, so they know where he is. He's got 40 seconds to try and take down as many as possible. He's got to die on his sword in this round, surely. 35 seconds, another sound cue given away, and now he's surrounded by 2 players, and they're not giving up the angles. NiKo through the corner of the smoke, but 𝓦𝓸𝓸 ready for it, down to 5 HP, but they're alive. FaZe Clan are still in this, and they've picked up 3 AK-47s.
Faze still in it indeed. It's a very long slog to get their way back. I mean, 10 in a row is what they're asked of. That is something very, very ridiculous to try to ask of a team in a situation like this, but it's the kind of thing you need to be able to accomplish if you want to call yourselves the champions of a tournament like this. A major finals. They've got Deagles out here now for Cloud9. They've picked up a couple pieces of Kevlar as well to work with, a single flashbang on 𝓤𝓸, so very little to work with. And Rain, oh, that's a very nice grenade there. A money grenade, that's going to chip away at 𝓤𝓸 and 𝓤𝓸. As Cloud9 continue to try to find their way forward. But Cloud9 put on a masterclass as to how to play against these kinds of buys on their CT side. But 𝓤𝓂, he's been somewhat of an X factor in this matchup. Oh, smoked off and fragged out. Goodbye, good night 𝓤𝓂.
As bad as this looks, I'm never convinced that FaZe are going to lose a map until they've actually lost it. 3 players. Oh, come on! Come on, guys! 3 players on AK-47s for FaZe Clan. That is not good if you're a Cloud9 fan in any round. Cloud9 trying to take some of these AKs away. 𝓤𝓸 fishing, but nothing on the hook for the time being. We reached the 45-second mark. And those AKs are starting to pop off. Rain doing what he does on overpass. Will there be a single man taken out for FaZe Clan? 𝓤𝓸 doing what he can, answering back to the wallbangs. No one pushing. FaZe Clan, while content, they don't want to give anything up. They don't have the money to. 𝓤𝓸's only got a Deagle. And there is the flank. Finally, from 𝓤𝓂. Round number 6 for FaZe.
It's all about the grind for them. And just getting rounds, even if they end up losing this map. Just getting rounds together, getting some action, getting some of their game plans together, and that is going to mean a lot for them going into another map. Because otherwise, if it just ends now, they're going to feel like they were completely crushed because they have been by Cloud9. And that's not a place you want to find yourself mentally going into the next map. So there's a lot of value in the grind here for FaZe, and that's exactly what they intend to do. Now they have the full buy to work with at the very least, although there is 0 margin of error.
Quick playing to short B from Cloud9, playing with no fear. Looking for the jump peaks now for the CT side, from the CT side, who start with 3 in the B bomb site. That smoke grenade can be vulnerable to flashbangs over the top, which is why you see a CT playing around the corner of it. There is an alternative one which lands on this side where 𝓦𝓸𝓸 is facing. But now they can re-smoke it and make it deeper. So if Cloud9 were to push through this, they'd be running through that smoke blind. They'd be in a literal funnel, and they would probably get wrecked. So Cloud9, if they want to go B, they'll have to play the clock.
And indeed, the clock is being played. The train moves overhead. It can be annoying sometimes. It's very loud, can obscure some sounds. Peek there from 𝓤𝓂 to get information with the pop flash from his teammates. Sees nothing so far. 𝓤𝓂 obscured, as are the 2 teammates and the bomb that surrounds 𝓤𝓂. They, of course, do have serious control, and FaZe don't want to push the A side of the map at all, so they're playing in the dark, as Cloud9 did on their CT rounds. We'll see if it goes as well for them as it did Cloud9. It's a good start here from 𝓤𝓂 that gets himself 3 kills off the spray. And NiKo is ready. He wants a piece as well. The last 2 players are coming in from short, and it's going to be a hell of a job to get through this choke point with NiKo and 𝓤𝓂, and, in fact, the entire team to deal with. The flanks coming. There's no time for Cloud9 in this round. That is what FaZe needed, a clean one on the board.
4 AKs on FaZe Clan now. Cloud9 only needed 1 round, but they're facing 4 riflers with AKs and Guardian with an AWP. This bad situation for FaZe Clan, they could not be better equipped for it at the moment. Tactical timeout from Cloud9. They need one round. They tried to play the clock there, didn't quite have the presence towards the A site. There wasn't a massive stack from Faze towards B, but again, the timing of the smoke was great. We explained it. They went through the funnel and they were swallowed whole by 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓸𝓇𝓲𝓵. Pistol round from Cloud9. And they can continue. This round can also be essentially a tactical timeout for Cloud9.
And back into it we go. And there's a lot of options for Cloud9. They have such an advantage, such a lead, but you never want to get complacent and be too sort of crazy with the stuff that you try, because once Faze get to 10, Cloud9 are going to be starting to wonder, hang on, they're getting a bit close now. Once Faze get to 12, it starts to get a little bit desperate. So you see Canion going for the fast peek here. He's only against pistols, but he may be dead, and he is. No way away from the pistols.
You wonder now if this could potentially be the equivalent of the round we saw in the previous map where the Eco somehow won the round. We've got Rain getting taken down and Stewie's on the AWP. 𝓬𝓸𝓸 has to do more than that, and he will. Rush taken down. Every round is crucial for Faze Clan, playing against map point. AWP on the floor for the time being. The last two Cloud9 players just with pistols. But this is scary. The bomb, I think, is still in control for Cloud9. And with only 3 people alive for Faze, they can only do so much. They have to concede map control in other places. And if 𝓤𝓸 didn't close the door behind him, he could get flanked by autimatic.
I have to say, I really liked... Oh, that's a nice one from Tarik. Still trying to make this a bit scary for Faze, do some more damage to them, but he will go down. And I have to say that I love 𝓬𝓸𝓸's play. It looked very scary, but... And he had 2 options. He could try to go forward and do a 1v2, basically, which is what he decided to do. We're going to see it here. Or he could have fallen back to safety with his teammates. And if he did that, then they would be running around with an AWP and with 2 extra players, and it would have been a 4 versus 3. So it's very important that 𝓬𝓸𝓸 took the aggressive option in that moment, really showing you that despite Faze being up against everything, the decision-making is not to be put to question just yet.
2 of the AKs taken away from Faze Clan. And that, you never know, that might make the difference. That M4 will need 2 taps rather than the 1 of the AK. Smokes around the party area, and it seems that Faze may try to make a play here, or perhaps they are expectant of a fast Cloud9. Stewie with a great shot to 𝓬𝓸𝓸, and that leaves Rain exposed around the smoke. He's got to stand in it, but it's not going to last very long. He's got a bomb for a few seconds, but he's got 5 HP, and they're coming for him. He's got a pre-fire, but he can't do anything else. 3 Faze Clan members remain, 1 on B, 2 on A. Guardian probably has to make something work here. It's 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓸𝓸 mister moving around the toilets, though.
Yeah, this is so huge for Cloud9. A man advantage of 4v3, well over a minute on the clock. This allows them to take a lot of time to hit a site, also allows them a lot of time to get more information. And Faze are in a spot where they may feel like, okay, we should make an aggressive play. We need to get info, we need to know where they're going to hit so we can set up before it actually reaches the bomb site. And right now, the most forward player that they have is 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓸𝓸 towards the bathrooms. And at the moment, Tarik is there keeping an eye on it. So there doesn't really seem to be any way out of this situation except 𝓤𝓸 going massive with this M4. That's the only way out for Faze.
This looks like it is going to be very painful indeed. The creep is there, the grab one. 𝓤𝓸 with 2, it was 3, that's absolutely absurd. That's tremendous from 𝓤𝓸. Exactly what they needed. How on earth have Faze won that round?
That was such a sick read from 𝓤𝓸. You could actually see his positioning was perfect in that moment. He takes exactly the right angle to just see the crouch players moving along. He's got an angle to deal with short as well. Absolute masterclass, great read of the game, and incredible execution. You can't ask for better than that. And you can see how horrible, how frustrating that is for Cloud9. A round that they surely thought in the back of their minds they had won.
Pistols again for the Cloud9 side. 1 round. One round, Cloud9. Faze. And again, as Dan said, even if Faze are to lose this, you could argue that this is a warm-up for the last map. And you don't want a Faze Clan coming in hot. 𝓬𝓸𝓸𝓸 and Rush, last 2. 1 player taken down, but again, it's all about the rounds at this point. Unless they do kill 3-4 players, these kills are inconsequential. It's all about the rounds. Cloud9 onto their next buy. They've got $5,000 to $7,000. They've pretty much got everything they want. The buys on the T side, cheaper than the CT side. And they're on their third tactical timeout.
And again, it's sort of what the position I talked about before for Faze. You know, they're just grinding out rounds. They have already a map in the bag to fall back on. If they lose this, they have Inferno to go to. As the analyst said, it's a great map for Faze. They can have great confidence if it does go there that they'll close it on the third map. So they are just grinding stuff out. Every time we see a shot of them in the booth, we see that they are very confident. They're looking very calm. They're in the flow of things. Their game is really working at the moment. It's actually Cloud9 who are now very frustrated. And as I said, when it gets to 10-15 and you're a mere 5 rounds away, that's when Cloud9 start to think in the back of their minds that their opponents are getting a little bit too close for comfort.
Right then. Where are the Cloud9 fans? I think these people want to see a third map in this grand final. I know I'd love to see that. Rain and 𝓬𝓸 being very active in this round. They've made their way through the toilets. They've made their way towards a long. So Cloud9 have a timing. They have a window of opportunity, but they are playing static. They are waiting. 3 people in connector, including the bomb. And will there be a pop flash towards short B? Well, the boost has gone anyway, so it doesn't matter. Faze seem to have an inkling of some timing. This could get really weird now. Rain is in the playground position, and the players are moving up connector. And they're moving past him before he's going to look towards connector shortly. He's missing all the information. He's looked everywhere at the wrong time. This is absolutely brutal. 𝓦𝒆𝓵 still got his AWP out, but Rain, can he find it? Finally he can. And now Cloud9 moving towards the A side. 𝓬𝓸 with the off angle, only good for the 1 kill, but Guardian is also here.
Guardian's there. Can't find an angle though, has to reposition. The bomb goes down and we'll have a slight lull now as players get into position. The CT rotation begins to come in. And they have players from every single angle right now. 4 different points of attack potentially. Guardian, he is going to give himself up there. Tarik in position to exploit his plays through the smoke. Tarik though, undiscovered. Where's the refrag? 𝓦𝒆𝓵𝓬𝓸 not close enough to deal the damage. And Automatic can reset the situation as Tarik waits patiently. Oh, that is phenomenal! Cloud9 make it work! Map 2 in the bag, and now they're back in it. We go to a third.
What a monstrous, tremendous performance from Cloud9 on Overpass. What a way to answer your opponent. You win our map, we will wreck you on yours. 16-10, Cloud9 dominate Faze on Overpass, and we move to Inferno for a decider.
Let's roll. Terrorists win. Let's go. Lock and load.
Который...
Grab your gear. Let's go. Grab your gear. Let's go.
Kick this shit. Kick him. Fucking noob.
Let's go.
Give me the bomb. Give me the bomb.
Let's blow the safe. Let's do this.
Go fucking plant.
I'm gonna blow the safe.
My God, he got the wall bang straight into the apartments. That's a rude awakening, but 𝓦𝒂 has one in store for 𝓤𝓸 as well. The 𝓤𝓸, very good, and that's going to feel very nice for 𝓦𝒂 after that very frustrating round. He got a full spread that just didn't seem to connect previously, and Stewie, ever responsible, will toss away the gun on the floor.
Yeah, a player like 𝓦𝒂 will think, there are plenty of times where I can have a less than desirable performance, but this is not it. Cloud9 now, a man down. Well, they've lost a man. It's a 4-on-4. Anti-force buy. They've been good. They've pushed sites with good timing on the previous maps, but will they be good for this one? 𝓦𝒆𝓵 only has a CZ to offer. Just peeking for information, and he sees Stewie as Stewie looks away. I don't know if Stewie realized that, but now the rotation is coming in from Faze Clan from the B-bomb site.
Yeah, really good grenades here coming in from Cloud9 again, just very strong on their approach. 𝓤𝒆𝓵 will shut down automatic towards quad, but the bomb site's been opened up. But they actually understand exactly where the players are, but Faze completed the delay game now. It's very hard to get the plant. 𝓤𝒆𝓵 sneaking a bullet through onto Rush. Stewie doesn't know which way to look. Now just down to 𝓬𝓸. He's trying to find his way onto a position post-plant, a position he can play with, and he's managed to somehow reset this. Faze, do you want to take this into a 2v1? But we've seen 𝓬𝓸 already do it before. He's looking to do it again. Goes for the play there, makes his way forwards. There's the first play at the full hold. No, the fuse kit has to come off the bomb. 𝓬𝓸 has no idea. Now he knows, but maybe it's too late. Oh, so awkward. The needle comes in. That was almost a catastrophe, but 𝓬𝓸 turns it around.
𝓬𝓸 with the thug jitsu in the smoke. Oh boy, look at that. The slightest of smiles from the ice-cold assassin. The slightest. Oh boy, 𝓤𝓂 18 HP. You had to panic when 𝓬𝓸 ran out of bullets there, but just one shot, so confident. He was in the red as well, and boom, my God, that was a close one.
You can see on his face, he barely believed it.
2 HEs for FaZe Clan. Where will they use them? It's a USP round for one of the best teams in the world. Rain spots some information. Will there be a delayed timing on these HE grenades now? I think they may sack a play, they may sacrifice one. Here come the grenades towards the bench position, and they charge. 𝓬𝓸 with the 3K. Cloud9 hold, they prevail, they don't lose a single match.
A smile on Stewie's face as well. That has to feel good. FaZe attempt to play in middle, and sometimes it works really well, but Cloud9, they are so ready, so prepared for this. And you have to wonder, again, the amount of study that someone like Valens has done for Cloud9 to maybe help them anticipate that that is an option for FaZe on a round such as that.
Valens he's the best chat moderator of all time. That's how he was discovered. He was a chat moderator on someone's stream, and now he is top-tier analyst in Counter-Strike. And he's showing you what an analyst should be. Very grey area at the moment in CS, analysts and coaches. But here we are, back into the round, and 𝓤𝓂's already towards the balcony. Here's the rotation, he punches it immediately. A fatal mistake from FaZe. Cloud9 are harvesting eyeballs and organs on the A bomb site, leaving only 𝓤𝓂 and Guardian. They don't want those backstreet operations. They will hide, they will cower, they will fear the charge of Cloud9.
They're going for the guns here. They really want to eliminate every possible edge that FaZe could bring into the next round, and they know they have the money to do it. And they only really need to just get rid of one gun here. It will make a very big difference for FaZe and their ability to make plays in the following round if they secure 2 into that next round. And Cloud9 may be willing to sack every single player in the attempt, but moving into Guardian, who in a very defensible position on an AWP, is very hard indeed. There is a lot of utility here for Cloud9, but they can't quite seem to make it work. They're having to give up the Ghost, and FaZe have earned themselves these 2 weapons, but honestly, losing a bomb site as quickly as they did, that feels very bad, very painful indeed.
Yeah, that was a fatal mistake. Such smart play from 𝓤𝓂, harvesting them organs. You want to buy kidney, 1-800 Cloud9. 4-1 at the moment. FaZe Clan starting Inferno almost as they started Overpass, with great difficulty. Guardian, though, he still has the AWP, but this is not Mirage. It's not so easy to be as effective when you are a sniper player. But he's still a dangerous player nonetheless, and Cloud9 need to identify where he is. With that smoke down at the bottom of Banana, this will probably be a slow round from Cloud9. Or will it? Again, Cloud9 with that no-respect style.
And that's a really cool play from them. Oh, that's a good tag through the wall there. Oh my God, you've got to be careful when you're standing in that position. Guardian rattling off the shots, but I love the timing for the flash push through the smoke, because it's the perfect timing to maybe catch the CTs if they were to push with that smoke, but they weren't in this instance. And Cloud9, not messing around, they want to go straight into B.
More flashes, more blindness. Guardian pops a smoke at the front of the site, and that could really help the CT side, but he can't get anything done. Down goes 𝓂𝓸, an open B bomb site. Cloud9 having a party, and FaZe Clan are the pinatas at the moment. AWP is long gone, it's lost, and Cloud9 don't necessarily even need to pick it up. They can roll 5 AKs, and should the worst happen, if they roll 5 AKs, then FaZe Clan will have to pay to get that AWP onto Guardian.
You do start to wonder if FaZe are beginning to feel a little bit overwhelmed because it's not just like everything about this situation that FaZe are in. Like the way that Cloud9 are playing a very aggressive game, they're keeping the pressure on them like in the game, but the pressure's on them out of the game from every single angle as well, from the crowd, from their own expectations of themselves and their performance. This is a true test for FaZe. It's a test that perhaps only 𝓤𝓂 has truly gone through before, back when the era of Fnatic, when they were considered villains and every single crowd was against them.
Very fast start. A start with intent from Cloud9. If we look at the money on the T side, 𝓲𝓸 just over $11,000. Rush just shy of 10. FaZe Clan back on the buy once more. Guardian has shelled out for his sniper rifle, but it's Cloud9 with the tactical timeout. What can we expect from FaZe Clan? Based on the evidence we've given them, how will they try to change things? How can we play on that and stay one step ahead? These are the questions Cloud9 needs to ask right now.
And again, you know, bringing that discussion back into what a coach and analyst can bring to a team, it's such a good moment for that coach to come in and say, all right, this is what I've seen. I have that macro view, that macro perspective of all of the pieces moving around, and I see the weakness here. We need to take a time out. We need to actually get this information across to the entire team, and that's something that he can provide for Cloud9. And the same for Robin there for FaZe. So a very interesting moment. This could potentially be a turning point here for FaZe. But as you say, also for Cloud9, they could be trying to flip the expectation on its head as to how FaZe might think they should play this.
Here we go. FaZe Clan need to turn the tide. Things need to go back in their favor. They need to make this a competitive one. They all feel like it's destiny for them to win this, but they're not able to make it fate, it seems. Not yet. 1-5, and we have 𝓤𝒂 and 𝓕 moving down banana again, secured early on in the round, but Cloud9 have lots of time to play with. And again, we've seen from Cloud9, they've shown that they're not necessarily always willing to wait for those smokes. They may charge through them if they feel like it. Guardian has to be very careful. Again, if you've got a T at the bottom of mid, he can throw a pop flash into that smoke and have the players burst through it. So Guardian has to have enough space to retreat.
And right now he does have a bait set up there with a rifle support as well, so looks like this play might be shut down because, well, they left open quad and it may have been a misread because in goes Cloud9, but 𝓤𝓂 has something to say. 3 kills! That's a great defense from him, and Guardian starts to get in on the action as well. FaZe finally have their time to overwhelm their opponent. Cloud9, they were funneled into death and destruction.
Perfect round from FaZe Clan. Nobody dead, no bomb plant. Really nice stuff. Cloud9 have smoke executes towards this position where they have a player who makes his way through the smoke while being pop flashed. I don't know if it's necessarily this one, but whatever it was, it didn't work out at all. And again, no one dead for FaZe means they've got some money. Slight money in the bank, but of course they need more. They need more rounds. Cloud9 can always look at the upside of a round such as this and say, "Hey, it's good they won a round. Now we can reset them, and all the coming rounds will be easier because they have no money and no loss bonus." So that's the focus Cloud9 need to have. So lots to play for both teams. Once again, FaZe Clan smoking off banana. 𝓤𝒂 and 𝓕, business as usual. They are happy as Larry, but you never know when Cloud9 will force their way through that smoke.
Yeah, it's something that I really love about Cloud9 and their team and their mentality. Many teams are too afraid to do it and too afraid to find good timings for it and make plays around it, and they instead just leave the smoke to dissipate. But that instead, you know, it kills a lot of time for you on your T side to just have that smoke up. And once the smoke is up, that's information for the CTs. And looks like Cloud9 will take the opportunity whilst the smoke is still up on banana to burst into top mid.
Yeah, that's exactly the burst we spoke about in the previous round, and that's why FaZe have to be very, very careful. More pressure though from 𝓤𝒂 as the smoke disappears on banana. We're still here, You won't take it for free. You must invest in a take of banana. 4 people remain on A, and that's a first frag from Guardian.
That's a very, very nice timing there from Guardian. Flashed, but still gets the kill. Now it's time to push in for Cloud9. They slowly creep their way forwards. Rain gets the information, but he wants to reposition, play with his teammates. They set up crossfires in the bomb site. It's very hard to deal with this. Cloud9 needs some magic, and right now it's all about 𝓕 spraying him down with the M4. 𝓲𝓸 and 𝓤𝓂 trying to find a way in still, but it's so labored. It's so arduous and difficult. 𝓤𝓂 tapping, and the time is just running out.
12 seconds, 11 seconds. 𝓤𝓂 finally going down. 𝓤𝓸 flying into the fight for his life, trying to do damage, trying to plant a bomb, trying to get any other edge in that round, but he can't quite do it. 3 players survive for Faze Clan, and we start to see them with the AKs once again.
Faze did so well there, just maintaining their setups, maintaining the crossfires, forcing Cloud9 to have to check so many different angles. It was such a well-considered defense from Faze, and if they can bring more of that to the table, they can absolutely start to take over this game. But Cloud9 do have some bank to play with to get themselves back into this one, and there's a wealth of options for them to try, and I think we're going to start seeing them be much more aggressive on Banana.
Tactical timeout from Cloud9. They will feel like Faze Clan are having too much success now. They've won all of 2 rounds in a row, and that is perhaps too much for this North American team. Again, 𝓲𝓸 said that they have a deep strat book, so it's time to turn the page and offer something new to Faze Clan. And Faze Clan on the comeback trail, but only 2 rounds away now.
One of the things I liked from the way Nico played the banana position behind the smoke is that he was fairly forwards behind that smoke and he started shooting bullets through it. And that actually sort of postures that if you're confident enough to make that play, then maybe there's 2 players on banana. So it's a lot of mind games going on around these smokes.
Haven't even talked about Robban yet. Standing behind Faze Clan, very important man on the team. Keeps the spirits high, keeps the team focused, and they will need him now more than ever before. Final map of the Boston E-League Major. Stewie loves to lurk towards the banana position. You see that boosted position for one of the CTs for Nico. This is, it looks like a difficult position, but you tend to see a fair few frags from here, and it's a hard one to identify. And in terms of identifying, in Cloud9's pushes towards A, they try to look for Faze when they push the site in a normal positions, the corner box and so on. But Faze have been playing the less obvious positions, and that's been winning them rounds. And that might make Cloud9 favor B a bit more in the short term. But even if they do push A, they still need to figure out a way to deal with that.
I like how Faze are maintaining a lot of their utility. Of course, it's not a perfect situation, but there's 50 seconds left. So considering that, it's a fairly decent spot for them to be in. They're very suspicious of that B play. Having the floating player Guardian with the AWP playing off a CT spawn and leaving the job of A to 𝓤𝓂 and Rain for the time being is we'll see that Cloud9 with all the map control are leaving a man top mid as a lurk. And that man is 𝓤𝓂. The push will come into B, so it would seem that Faze are fairly well positioned to deal with this push. The Guardian's just rotated back. There may be a good window of opportunity here for Cloud9.
So Nico is not damaging him. He gets the first kill. Running distraction now. His teammate can try and hide and pop out afterwards. The pop flash is there as well. And Guardian's back in the B bomb side. But Nico and 𝓂𝓸 shutting everything down. Guardian through the smoke. 𝓤𝓂 was there to cut off the rotations, but he hasn't managed to do that. And it's another round in the bag for Faze Clan. 4 players surviving, no plant for Cloud9, the money starting to run low.
And that's such a sick position from Nico. We see that position from Nico all the time. There's so many highlights. There's one pistol highlight as well. From just sitting in that position, just patiently, elevated up on the quad spot and just patiently tapping away. And this is something that's very incredible about players like Nico and Rain. When you watch them in these very high pressured situations where you may see other players go for the full spray, they're just so calm and considered with their shots, and it works out for them. 4 rounds now for Faze as they look to equalize against Cloud9, and they're very likely to do it. Cloud9 don't have much to work with here, just the pistols and only 2 grenades.
What's been important for Faze is that they haven't been losing players in the top mid position. So when Cloud9 have been charging the A side, they've just had the usual positions, and Cloud9 have not been able to deal with those positions. Now, one nice shot through the smoke, but it's a consolation at this point. The bomb now lost, and Stewie is surely about to die. So there it is, 5-5. Cloud9 with the money to buy once again for the most part. 𝓤𝓂's only got 3k, so somebody will be short, but all the success is now with Faze Clan. This is a great situation for Faze Clan. So much success in the previous rounds. They could really get a nice CT half here.
Always feels good to get clean rounds like Cloud9 did. Can't really do much against Stewie's 1D there through the smoke, so can write that one off. But as you say, it's all set up for Faze now to have a very good CT half, and more aggression on banana. That's what we're going to see, which is fantastic. Ooh, Stewie caught with an aim attack. Guardian goes for the fast play, and Guardian always gets the frag. And so does 𝓦𝒂, it would appear. 𝓤𝓸 going down, and Rush is the only man to really do much there. Very aggressive push there from 𝓦𝒆𝓵.
Cloud9
get an opening.
Cloud9 have to read that there was a rotation towards the B bomb site, so they feel like they have got to try and capitalize on that, but the smoke is going to shut them down. 𝓤𝓸 took massive gambles around that smoke towards the B bomb site. That must have been a spawn-based play, just trying to stop FaZe Clan before they could get into position, because again, once they're in position, they have been enormous problems in the recent round. 𝓤𝓸 down by the pillar, delivering 2 kills, leaving 𝓤𝒂 alone, 1 versus 3. He has the bomb, he has a minute on the clock, and he has a potential duel with 𝓦𝒂 alone. Seems he'll offer a fake towards the A bomb site, and no one's top mid to C. So this is going to be a crucial engagement. Is 𝓦𝒂 close enough to hear those steps that 𝓤𝒂 made, though? Seems that it might be, because there's a rotation from Guardian already. Checking the angle, but 𝓦𝒂 will be ready for it. Another round in the bag for FaZe.
And I hope for Cloud9's sake they don't get discouraged about taking banana, because that position is really important. You can't allow FaZe to feel like they can just defend this and take it for granted and have these positions. And they're honestly lucky in that spot. The Guardian doesn't get multiple kills off of the 1 bullet that he shot out of the AWP. And that gets very scary now for Cloud9. The money is gone once again. We'll see a half-buy, some pistols, some grenades, and some Kevlar as well. So got to be careful here. FaZe Clan must be disciplined. And once again, a push towards banana.
Back. His teammates backed off, and okay, well, there's a bomb plant in there for the Cloud9 side at the very least. That'll go down quickly. They've got rifles, they've got a lot of grenades, they've got 1 more smoke. 𝓤𝒂 has got to find a headshot. Oh, Rain though has a massive advantage now, surely. 𝓤𝒂 moving back. Rain not aggressing just yet. Oh, okay. The pop flash play, and 𝓤𝒂 will get taken out. Stewie on 2 HP with the M4, not even the AK. The Molotov will force him away, but he's able to reposition. The smoke is still down! Not the grenade, but the M4 of 𝓤𝒂. FaZe survived with 3 players.
Definitely a good round from Cloud9 though, considering that it was a half-buy. They went for a straight rush. They got 2 kills, picked up a bomb plant to reinforce their economy and slightly keep FaZe a little bit honest as we move into the final rounds of the half. But I think that FaZe just actually have too much money, and indeed it looks that way. I think they're going to be full buying for the rest of the half no matter what. And Cloud9 still looking for that approach, and banana still seems to be unsolved by them. I think, as a T side, that should be a position you can take with correct use of utility. So that is something that they must solve.
I think they need a 5-on-4. They need a man advantage before they're pushing into a site. FaZe Clan starting with 3 for grenade purposes, I'm sure, towards the B bomb site, where they've been comfortable with 2 for the most part. Although the 3rd player is hanging around, so maybe because of the previous play from Cloud9, lots of flashbangs, but 𝓦𝒂 will not give suffer free. That is a perfectly placed Molotov. Stewie really wants an engagement here. He's getting tagged through the wall now, down to 21 HP. Hasn't even seen anybody. Being shooed away like a schoolboy, hanging outside a store.
This is really impressive. This is really impressive by FaZe. Like the way they're playing banana right now, like Cloud9 are really trying desperately to get positioning there, but it seems like FaZe have full information. Even though all the smokes are blooming, they have grenades to check everything. It's really crazy. And now that gives them full information that the push is going to be coming into way as we have Rain looking for the defense. Oh, the flashes are perfect, but Rush still makes the frag happen. Guardian's in the thick of it, but he can't get away there in the open and fragged. And Stewie cutting off the rotation. Somehow, some way, Cloud9 have found their way out of desperation.
They've forgotten that they haven't checked the pit position. Maybe they have, or maybe there's just too many places for 𝓬 to look at. Rush still on the site. They know that 𝓬 was the one planting the bomb, and down goes Rush. Stewie with 21 HP. Is the bomb planted for him? He spots a player moving in from the library position, but he can't do anything about it. It's another round where Cloud9 are executing into a fully equipped FaZe Clan team. No man advantage, nothing to try and abuse or exploit, and it's causing them a lot of trouble and hardship on their T side.
And it's the beautiful thing about the way FaZe are playing banana. As they have so much focus around there, and again, I think for Cloud9, it's hard to know if they have 2 or 3 players there. If they were forced to use 3 players fairly consistently, Cloud9 can make some counter plays. They can do fast rounds up middle through quad, and that would be a very good anti-strat. But FaZe have been perfecting the banana control of 2 players, and if you can't win banana, then you can't really get picks towards A, because it allows the A players to play much more defensively. So that still is a really big issue. FaZe are showing a masterclass of how you play CT Inferno right now.
Now it seems to be Cloud9 with the troubled faces. experiencing a lot of failure in these recent rounds. How do they change things? 𝓦𝓸𝓸 on the AWP. The fast plays up 𝓦𝓸𝓸 haven't worked out. You could say the first one is something that will work 1 out of 10 times. 𝓤𝓸𝓸 bouncing through a Molotov to get a pick and managing to escape. But then FaZe Clan, they were expectant towards B. They fought around the sandbags and they held. So the fast play hasn't worked out for Cloud9. Will they continue in that ilk or will they try and change it up? 𝓦𝓸𝓸 makes his way into the pit position. Oh, 𝓤𝓸𝓸, I do wonder about that Molotov. Is that to stop a fast push? Is it to obscure vision of a sniper player? Because it's really hard to see through flames. Either way, he will not re-peek.
And this is what I was wondering if Cloud9 would approach 𝓦𝓸𝓸 this way now. As you said, the fast plays weren't working out. The reason you want to do fast plays is because it guarantees that the CTs can't have forward positions. But as you say, FaZe, they've been dominating that. So the other way to play it is to just be very slow. Wait for the initial grenades to go away, then you retake it yourself with grenades. And you might need to use a few more grenades, but eventually you can get the control of 𝓦𝓸𝓸. And now FaZe don't have all the information. And this has been the problem for Cloud9 previously, because it gave FaZe perfect rotations.
Yeah, FaZe Clan still have 𝓤𝓸𝓸 top mid. There's a minute on the clock. They haven't lost any players. They've been very good at not dropping a man early. Again, when these executes come in, see, 45 seconds now, and 𝓤𝓸𝓸 starts moving back to the A site. So if Cloud9 want to take a site, they're fighting against all the members of that site every single time. 38 seconds on the clock. More grenades towards the A site. 𝓤𝓸𝓸 waiting towards Arch. He has a flashbang, so he could flash for a teammate towards short if he needs to. 28 seconds, 27 seconds still. 5-on-5 push of the A site. Everybody here for FaZe Clan who needs to be.
And there's the first frag they're forced to go in. The time is really a big issue. The spray can't be found there by Rain, and he gets one. 𝓦𝓸𝓸 looking to defend, traded out. Trace left, right, and center. 𝓤𝓸𝓸, can he find the player in pit? This is massive. No, 𝓦𝓸𝓸 gets it done, and that's so huge. They can now go for the plant. 5 seconds to go.
Oh, wow.
Great return there from 𝓤𝓸𝓸 as NiKo stands the last man in the 1v2 clutch.
He's got a kit that gives him extra time. 3 places he could come from, maybe even 4, but it seems to have a good read. The laser lines are being held. 𝓤𝓸𝓸 is waiting for it, and 𝓤𝓸𝓸 delivers the kill. Finally, Cloud9 break the hold of FaZe Clan, and they get round number 6 on the board. The score may remain close as we move into the last round of the first half.
Oh, that is such a big round, isn't it? What a performance here from the likes of 𝓦𝓸𝓸. Such an important kill. If he loses that, the round is just definitely over. And this is going to be a round after a long dry spell here for Cloud9, where it felt like nothing was working. And not only that, it felt like FaZe had the entire map. They had perfect rotations. And it was a slower approach that worked for Cloud9. I wonder if FaZe's response will be to get a bit more aggressive towards 𝓦𝓸𝓸. And NiKo does want it, but you have to be very careful. It's a very hard position to play. Oh, Stewie gets him. And there's your 5v4, James.
1 minute 30 on the clock, and Cloud9 have the man advantage. Finally, they have a strong start to a round. And maybe, just maybe, they will be able to execute their strat now. They can bleed the grenades of the opponent, disposing of the weapon. 𝓤𝓸𝓸 has a second M4 at his feet in the B bomb site, which is interesting. I don't know why that's there, but anyway. 8-6. Minutes on the clock for Cloud9. They haven't pushed the CTs off of top mid yet. They need to do that regardless of if they're going to A or B.
And you really don't want to see Cloud9 overplaying their hand here, this 5v4 advantage. As time does start to wane, we see the grenades starting to fly in. You see Rush is definitely offering a bit of a fake there, trying to suggest more players are trying to pressure in towards A than there really are. How long will FaZe fall for that though? Because they do, oh no, a player's floating away. The B bomb site is only 𝓦𝓸𝓸. He does the smart thing, he falls back behind smoke somehow, some way, gets himself a frag. But now it's about the slow retake here from FaZe Clan.
Are they going to play against the clock, FaZe Clan? Because there's 18 seconds, the bomb goes down again. It's got to be collected, but there are so many CTs running around. Someone's got to collect the bomb and plant it. It's recollected. 𝓤𝓸𝓸 takes one in the face. 𝓤𝓸𝓸 gets punctured as well. 𝓦𝓸𝓸 must hold the line. It could be 2. One to the left, one to the right. Both if the timing's right. Rain's still alive. In the red, he's dead. Round number 7 for Cloud9.
What an incredible half there from both teams. We saw Faze with utter dominance around 𝓵𝓸, controlling the information, having the best rotations. We saw Cloud9 in a desperate position where it felt like they couldn't do anything right. But they somehow still found picks, they somehow still found clutches, and brought themselves up to 7 rounds to win the half with. That is remarkable. And this Inferno, this map 3 of this grand finals is completely wide open. Wow.
Everybody can take a breather for a second before we get into what might be the last half of this major, unless we go into overtime. Everybody needs to reset. FaZe Clan now will be starting on the T side. 𝓵𝓸𝓸 and Guardian with the grenades. Cloud9, 𝓲𝓸𝓸, is this the run? Or is it FaZe Clan's time? There are so many stories on both teams. It's very easy to focus on the North Americans because of where we are, but FaZe Clan also such a storied team at this point. Rain, the only remaining person from the original lineup. Both these teams want this and need this so bad, but it starts with the second pistol.
We see a lot of activity up towards 𝓵𝓸, and so does Cloud9. They see the push coming. The rotation starts to make its way over. So FaZe needs to operate before the full push is in. Good initial grenade there, chipping away at these aggressive FaZe players as they move into the bomb site. 𝓵𝓸 not checked for. Oh, he gets 2! That's outrageous stuff there from 𝓵𝓸. He falls back, but FaZe get a return kills. They have the site.
Smoke down towards construction and the bomb will get planted. Heat and Potty set up for FaZe Clan at the back, and they've got 𝓵𝓸𝓸 in the pool. How do Cloud9 deal with this? They've got 𝓲𝓸𝓸 with a smoke grenade, so they can try to perhaps smoke off 𝓵𝓸𝓸 or try to isolate one of these players. He's carrying a kid as well, which gives him a few extra seconds. He doesn't really have an angle to smoke off 𝓵𝓸𝓸, so he'll go for the bomb instead. Can he get there as well? If he gets on it, then he's probably going to get defused. He's the last man, but no, FaZe Clan, all the guns trained in the right directions. Desperation play doesn't work out, and FaZe Clan take the pistol.
You've got to respect that, though. I love the attempt from 𝓲𝓸𝓸 to go for it. And it's be interesting to see whether or not they'll go for the full force buy here. Some teams prefer to leave money in the bank. This is a map where you can get a lot of value out of the force buys on the CT side. So
that's both pistol rounds won by FaZe Clan. That puts them in a really strong position. And again, if Cloud9 are going to do this, it is going to be the hard way.
And they've gone for the full force. 𝓵𝓸𝓸 looking for that scout headshot. Can't get it, even a tag, which is unfortunate for 𝓵𝓸𝓸. We saw that he single-handedly on Mirage dismantled FaZe in the buy rounds with that scout. Can he do it again? Great flash! Oh, the defense from 𝓕𝒂 though, but that's a good effort. 1 for 1. Cloud9 will be loving that.
Spotting one more player, so he got some information out of that as well. And again, Inferno is the map when you're on a force buy round, when you're on an eco round, to try and get some money on some smoke grenades and really slow down the opponent. We're not seeing that in this particular round at this point. There are no smokes left. 𝓵𝓸𝓸 with a flashbang. But again, Cloud9 ever so dangerous on rounds such as this. They thrive in these situations. 𝓵𝓸𝓸 gets a tag, but he can't escape the situation. Automatic going for some spam, not landing the shot. He needs to stay alive and try to hold on to this map control. Oh, how is he doing this? Tags 𝓵𝓸𝓸𝓸 twice, and he's still got 2 more teammates to rotate it.
Doing all the damage, being really annoying. What a nuisance Automatic is at the moment. Looking for the wallbang damage as well to try to follow up somehow. And again, Cloud9, they can try to actually save these guns. That is a very good play. And they're going to do that. I mean, they'd be moving into too much disadvantage, moving through the choke points into FaZe, who are well and truly set up with more players as well, more firepower. And Cloud9 will have another chance in the next round to do more damage to the economy of FaZe, and also just maybe even straight up have a chance to win the round. We've seen how effective these pistols can be, especially in the hands of these players. And there it is, FaZe looking to survive before. Again, very important with the prospect of those pistols into the next round. 𝓲𝓸𝓸 actually picks up the scout. That can go back to 𝓵𝓸𝓸. This next round is dangerous.
Do it. 𝓵𝓸𝓸 is probably the best man for the job with the scout in a round such as this. He has proven it. Once or twice. Right then, let's see what Cloud9 can do. Before they get onto the buy, good to see that 𝓲𝓸𝓸 is the top fragger for them at the moment. Hopefully he'll have a good half. FaZe Clan now, they need to minimize the losses in this round. They've got 𝓬𝓸 and Rain to try and build some cash. They are the cash machine players, if you will, the ATMs in this round. And they can be more aggressive. If you lose a MAC-10 and your whole team has helmets, it's not the worst thing in the world. Triple short stack, and it will be 3 kills with those SMGs. Where the money at?
And do they suspect Stewie, though? He's in a very funky position. Oh, the open plant. It's going to be a free kill. Stewie doing some damage right there. And that's going to be some small consolation. 𝓤𝓂 still has a scout. And honestly, he's got no Kevlar, so he might feel like he should just go for this. He's going to have a buy next round. He won't be able to afford an AWP, but, well, looks like he will be holding position for the time being, perhaps looking for an overextension of one of these Faze players. If that is to be the case, maybe there's an opportunity for him to steal away a gun, but it doesn't look like Faze is really very much interested in this. They know there's no real value in killing him.
With the SMGs in play as well, he may want to avoid those and not give extra money to FaZe Clan unnecessarily. Try to use the range as best he can, and perhaps Rain will give him an option as he's about to peek in. Not landing it this time, but funnily enough, because 𝓤𝓑 has no Kevlar, Rain has a very good chance of taking him out. And there he is, some bonus money made by Rain, lots of SMG kills, and that means more pressure to come from FaZe Clan, who are 5 rounds away from winning this major.
Wow, that is actually an insane reality that we're about to... I mean, this is something, as we described before, this is the one accolade, this is the one achievement, the one milestone that 4 of the players on the FaZe team have. The organization itself within CS, one of the newer organizations that doesn't have as well. This is a trophy that they're destined to lift, and they're so close to it. But we've seen the resilience from Cloud9, we've seen them find that inner strength, and they've got a very poor situation on the utility, but they do have rifles at least, but they are lacking the AWP. This will be a very hard round for Cloud9, there's no doubt about that.
Now we wonder if Cloud9 can avoid getting picked off early as FaZe did in many of those rounds FaZe Clan won. They made it really hard for Cloud9 to have any success in the late round. FaZe Clan quickly taking 𝓤𝓸. 𝓬𝓸 still with the MAC-10. He knows that there are likely to be a lack of helmets. So that MAC-10 will be like a Gatling gun versus these players. 𝓬𝓸 and 𝓤𝓑, the only guys with helmets. 𝓤𝓑 making his way towards B as well. Got to be careful now. 𝓤𝓑's taking damage. There's a flashbang there. You see this strafe from 𝓤𝓑, but he can't get the pick.
And rotation in from FaZe, and again now most utilities been burned from Cloud9. They've got a little bit left here as they look to go for the rotation. This is very scary right now. 50 seconds, this is a great timing for a push from FaZe. They've got 𝓬𝓸 in there with the MAC-10 creating space, tapping away with it, finds the finish onto Rush, who gets one. Now 𝓬𝓸 back at work, and that is a beautiful kill. The bomb's down, they have the man advantage. The snaps are really good from 𝓬𝓸, but the work is not done just yet. NiKo's alive, and he has 6 health. How is he alive still? I don't know how he's dodging these bullets. But can he secure the plant? Looks like he can. But his life is forfeit.
𝓬𝓸 with 2 very important kills in that round. If he doesn't get those, there's probably a very strong post-plant position. Saving his teammate 𝓤𝓑, and then look at this snap on the balcony. Marvelous stuff from 𝓬𝓸. There are some familiar faces in the crowd. 11-8, FaZe Clan again. They made a lot of money with those SMGs, and they'll have a really good buy coming back into this one. So if Cloud9 want to continue the comeback trail, they must prevail. They must survive in the numbers as well.
It's a really impressive round win again, just highlighting the lack of a sniper and utility in the previous round. That really is going to keep them alive for quite some time. You can see they're fully kitted out at this point. Stewie and Rush on AK-47s and automatic. Really, really nice to have on the CT side. The 1 bullet potential is really useful in these aim battles as these FaZe players start to swing out into position to try to fight for forward map control. Guardian taking some damage early on as well. And FaZe Clan just working out the default, taking control of apartments and 𝓤𝓸. They have pretty much everything now, more or less. And Cloud9 are going to rely on their passive setups. And they have saved a lot of utility into the 1-minute mark.
FaZe Clan with possession of 𝓤𝓸 reasonably early. And you wonder if Cloud9 are comfortable with that. Cloud9, such passive positions, they don't have info, it is purely guesswork. But maybe they can read something based on a grenades and such from FaZe Clan. However, whatever they're reading for the time being appears to be wrong. 3 players towards B for Cloud9, and the Faze have Arch, and they've got a player deep in the balcony position as well. Tarek looking for some shenanigans with a flashbang. He's good for 2! 𝓤𝓸𝓸 taking down towards the B lane in the meantime, and Rush trying to hold down a pit, but he can't do it. Tarek is going to go through the smoke. He is trying to stop the post-plant positions, but Guardian will puncture his chest.
Retake effort here from Cloud9. It's going to be a tough one. So much to work against. Guardian in position with an AWP. That in of itself is scary enough, but 𝓤𝓸𝓸 and 𝓦𝒆𝓵, despite being low, are still alive, and it's very difficult for Cloud9 to know just how strong they are. I'm not sure if that nade's going to... Oh, it's going to find 𝓦𝒆𝓵. Bounces off the ceiling, off the skybox, straight into 𝓦𝒆𝓵's face. And with that kill, Cloud9, no, there's a chance. The flashback's good, but it's going to be 𝓤𝓸𝓸 to get the kill here. All down to automatic, tapping against the players. He knows they're both in pit. The time is against him. The fake flash is not going to work out. Goes for the taps. They know they've done it. They know he can't win against the time. Guardian will survive, perhaps. Or will he die from the plot? The detonation doesn't matter, because Faze win the round.
Another round in the bag for Faze Clan. Such a great play from Tarek, but what happened afterwards? Rush was on his own in a pit position, facing at least 3 players. Too much to ask on this occasion. What a grenade though, but again, it's a small highlight in a desperate round as far as Cloud9 are concerned. You see Faze Clan in the house as well. 4 rounds away, 4-round lead for Faze Clan. Cloud9 on the buy once again, but it's far from ideal. 𝓤𝓸𝓸 not on a sniper rifle, he's on a Mag 7.
That's not a very fun prospect, I've got to say. Bringing out the Mag 7, definitely a sign of desperation. You're absolutely right. So what is 𝓤𝓸𝓸 going to offer up with that? We'll have to wait and see. They're going to play passively in this position. Again, you don't really want to have 𝓤𝓸𝓸 have to play alone without a crossfire in the sights. So he kind of commits his teammates to play passively with him. He can't really take information peaks either with that Mag 7. It's very much for the close range purpose. And Faze with the top mid smoke will start to take control towards Banana. And again, Cloud9 passive there as well. They don't have top Banana control. And Faze can decide to just explode in here. Either option's good. They have all the utility, and we know they have the executions.
2 Cloud9 players. Stewie got lucky to get away with that one. Grenade being deployed by both teams again. The smoke on the side to create space, the flashbang. Oh my god, Stewie 2K! Good for the 2K, automatic, can't get anything else done. 𝓤𝓸𝓸, 20 HP, desperately jumping into the pool. There's a gap in the smoke though, he's got to be really careful. Tarek with some panic spray, even shooting the wall. That wasn't good. 3 on 3, the bomb isn't down just yet, and 𝓤𝓸𝓸 may go for a hero play. He might get some sound cues, but the smoke's gone, he's completely exposed. Nobody here to see. This is insane. Everybody here for both teams. How does the bomb go down? Faze Clan are running out of time. There are smokes for Cloud9. 𝓤𝓸𝓸's thrown a forward one. 19 seconds for that bomb to go down. Do they commit? Warning shots from 𝓤𝓸𝓸. Can't quite land the shot. Tarek taken out. 2 versus 3. Cloud9 are so ill-equipped for this. Bad positions. They've got a Molotov onto Rush. They're against 3 AKs. Surely they can't do this, but they can't escape either. They are stuck in construction.
Oh, it's such an awkward position, isn't it? I mean, 𝓤𝓸𝓸 that Mag 7, maybe in another world, with another gun, he makes a forward play around the smoke that he dropped, but it's just so awkward. All they can do right now is try to just survive. They've got the Kevlar. And Cloud9, they really need every bit of money they can get and every bit of utility to bring into the next round. Rush is carrying an incendiary there. In Faze Clan, moving to 13 rounds. They are looking really good for it right now. Cloud9 are having a very hard time. They're up against a wall. Their economy is not in a good place. Stewie did his best, but it wasn't enough this time. How much do they have left in the tank?
Again, such a good start to the round with the 2K, but he can't do anything else. Funnily enough, he would have got a 3rd kill through the smoke, but the player popped out for Faze Clan at just the right time. And this is such a fantastic situation for Faze Clan, because Cloud9, their loss bonus was reset. Their money sucks, and they are good.